I'm digging this music.
Nice.
I'm enjoying this music. I'm glad I got it to work. I'm glad I found something.
Clang, clang, motherfuckers.
Clang.
Clang,
Sam,
clang.
welcome to the Forge.
I've been talking. I'm just not hearing anything.
You can't hear me?
No, I hear you. I've been talking.
Nick was talking,
and
but
I
he
was
was
muted.
muted.
Yeah, it's classic. It's at this point.
Well,
Wouldn't
We're
be an
here.
episode if Nick wasn't talking while muted.
I am very excited for this. I'm also incredibly nervous for this because I have neither played nor GM'd nor even listened to anyone play Daggerheart.
But here we are.
I didn't even read the book.
I did read the book. I read it twice now, and I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing here tonight. And as we'll get into, we've chosen the most complex campaign frame in the starting book, which is fun for me.
Amazing.
It's fun.
Here's the thing, Justin.
Yeah.
I have read most of the parts of the book that we were supposed to read, not all of
And
them.
that's fine. Yeah.
But I have watched several videos.
Great.
Not people playing, but like GMs talking through the game and how to play
sure.
and all that stuff. Which lets me feel confident that you're going to do just fine running this because you've played D&D, you've played Pathfinder, you've played Powered by the Apocalypse games, you've played Blades in the Dark. You're going to be fine.
I think I will too. It's like we'll get into it. We'll talk about the system as we're building characters, but I do have one question for you all that I think will off this campaign is incredibly important, which is Dag or Heart.
Heart.
Okay.
Dag.
Sam.
No, I just like both of them so much. I just want both teams
Wait
to
a
have
second.
fun.
You have to pick one.
Ask the question again.
Dag or Heart.
Okay, the first time you said it in such a way that I thought that I could choose Gore.
No. I intentionally
Dag,
nice.
comma Gore, comma
Dag.
Heart.
or Heart, like some stupid version of rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
Dag.
Which hey,
Cool.
go listen to Tales of Iser.
No, I don't know why. Like the minute I bought this, for whatever reason, that pun ran through my head. I'm like, this is the stupidest joke ever. I have to ask them all this question. Dag or Heart? That's right. We're playing Daggerheart. I am very excited for this. We're gonna build characters. And then we're gonna, depending on how long that takes, which could honestly take up the entire time. I don't think it will, but it might. Otherwise, then we'll kind of intro the setting and whatnot. Actually, that's not true. I haven't GM'd in a while, but I wanted to do a good job. So I've got my checklist. I've got my my old format that I used to do when I did Avatar and Scum and Villainy, which is kind of lay out the episode minute by minute, so that way I can figure out what's going on. Well, hey,
Good job.
Thank you. I did not do this
Minute
for
by minute,
tasks.
you have it all.
Not
preplanned?
minute by minute, but like I should show it sometime. I think I've shown pictures of it, but like I have, my format is I'll the category, like the type at the top will be like banter, which is what we're doing right now. We're talking, we're bantering, and then I have how long I think that'll take, and the next thing, and then how long that's going to take, and the next thing.
Wait, did you guys not get the script that he sent?
Oh, I can send that.
Yeah,
Cool.
he said around 35 minutes after Danny tells Justin, "Hey, good job."
Yep. Thank you for hitting that mark.
My performance will be a little stilted, but go ahead and send the script, and I'll see what I can do.
We're supposed to say that 10 minutes ago, Johnny.
Yeah.
Actually.
Every one of us, we're gonna take turns telling Justin "good job" every 10 minutes.
It's just 3 hours. Oh my god, that sounds like heaven to me.
3 hours of positive affirmation.
3 hours of positive affirmation. Oh god.
You know, I don't want us to get too in the weeds because I really want to get to Daggerheart, but you talking about your setup makes me think that at some point between games, we should do a Forge episode that's like a one-off where we talk about like the behind the scenes of GMing for the show and like the tools that each of us use, because I'm sure none of us have the exact same setup and situation.
Danny and I have a similar setup because I sent him
I want him to know.
Oh, okay. That'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun, like a little behind the scenes thing.
Yeah.
So I lied. We're not going to do character creation quite yet. I'm going to intro the setting, and we're going to talk about the setting that we're going to be playing in. I'm so sorry.
Amazing.
And then we're going to do character creation after.
Someone's kissing.
And then we're gonna kiss.
And then we're going to kiss, which, because we're virtual, is just going to be you putting your lips up to the camera,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of sexy.
But make sure you move your mic too, so everyone can hear your little kissy noises.
Wow, Sam, are you excited for your first Forge?
Y'all are swearing. You're talking about sexy time.
That's nothing new for me.
I'm coming from Avatar Legends. Ease me in slow, y'all.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we'll ease into you slow. I mean, we'll ease you in.
No.
It's good. It's wonderful. It's funny.
Yeah.
I am going to. I wrote a little something because, as you'll see, we're kind of playing in like a Western fantasy setting. So I wrote a little like intro that I might read at the top of every episode. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
I want to turn the well, no, I'll keep the music where it's at. Out here in the dry lands, the sun don't rise so much as it drags itself across the sky. Tired, angry, burning what little life's left. Some folks say the land was carved from the bones of Kudamat, buried right here under Godfell Mountain. And that one day, he'll lumber out of his hole and scorch these lands. They call it a myth, just stories to scare miners and drunkards. But then, Wyland's Gulch split in two and one of those stories rose, dragging a god shadow behind it. Now the earth quakes with eldritch footfalls, the rich bleed the land dry of Essentia, bandits ride where lawmen fear to tread, and the only thing worth more than gold is someone you can trust. Every town, every vein of Essentia, every dream is just one tremor away from swallowing itself whole. So welcome to the dry lands, where gods sleep uneasy and the people sleep with one eye open. Splash across I imagine it's like the camera's zooming through the dry desert.
With like a gunshot sound and sound of a ricochet off a stone.
Yes, of course. So I tried to like cram the lore and the initial lore into that intro, just little hints of it. But we're playing. So when you play Daggerheart, you're playing in what they call a campaign frame. It's just a setting. You just pick a setting that you're doing. You can create your own, but they have a list of ones that they have as well too. And I had sent. There's 5 in the core book, and I had thought of 2 more in my head, and I had sent them to the group. We all kind of voted, and the one that we chose is the campaign frame called Colossus of the Drylands. So in this world, we're in like a desert, rocky desert sort of gulch. And in this setting, the myth is that a forgotten god named Kudamat the First Doom lies underneath a mountain at the center of the world, and that one day he and his 9 children will rise up, slay the new gods, destroy the world, and usher in an era of calamity. And it is the myth continues that it is this god's carcass that has created these veins of crystals that permeate the land called Essentia. And Essentia is where you get magic from. So the reason magic exists in this world is because of these veins of Essentia that run throughout the entire desert. It is also, when processed, used for power. So there are numerous Essentia mines spread out throughout the drylands. The rich control them, and bleed it dry in order to squeeze resources and profit out of not only the land but of its people who work the mines. And recently, a giant colossi has risen from the ground. The town of Wyland's Gulch has been split in twain, and a giant eldritch abomination has risen out of it, inciting panic. Some people worship this as new gods. Some people are terrified of it. It's just the reactions run the gamut. But it is a Western sort of setting, so it's not just about these ancient gods rising up. It is, you've got bandits, you've got people, like I mentioned, that are the rich exploiting the poor. All the sort of normal themes you would find in sort of a Western show or movie or book are present here. You just also have these larger than life monsters as well that you need to fight. Any questions about that? Those are sort of just the kind of base assumptions about this setting. When we create characters, we'll have an opportunity to add some spice and our own little flavor to some of these things. I just wanted to say some of that stuff up front. That way the listener and you as players kind of know where we're starting and can kind of create your characters in within that setting. Should we create characters?
Yeah, probably.
No, I think I just want to go to bed.
That's fair.
No, let's create characters.
I also would like to go to bed. And yet, we must press on.
We persist.
Sorry, I was looking at our private chat, and I don't understand why Nick's talking about Final Fantasy. But here we are.
We're, just to clarify, there are people over mining magical material.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Somewhere that is potentially damaging to the environment and causing ancient and dangerous creatures to awaken. That's the plot of literally every Final Fantasy game. I'm being coy. That is literally the plot of like every.
Also, I feel like it's a common plot in general too. Like
for sure.
Yeah, kind of.
It's almost like we know what we're doing to Earth is bad, and yet we don't stop.
Crazy. Glad
that's
that
a little more complicated
than
that, but
it is more complicated. But at its base, that's it.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we are going to use Foundry to create characters. I like Foundry a lot. Some people don't like Foundry, and that's okay. Johnny does not like Foundry. I wasn't going to call your name out, but then you pointed at yourself, and so I feel justified in calling you out.
I've never been secret about my hatred of anything.
And that's why we love you. Because you're also not secret when you love something.
That's also true.
Yeah.
He's very open about his hatred for me.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Whenever
I would be if I hated you, Danny.
We would be very upfront.
He would tell you all the time if he hates it.
You would know.
You would feel the full weight of it.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen how mean some of my NPCs are when they're talking to characters that I like.
I like those ones.
The reason I like Foundry, especially for games like this and games like D&D, is that when we get into combat, targeting opponents and auto-calculating how much damage you're doing to them is a breeze. I say that, and Sam's like, I don't know about that thing, but we'll figure it out. There might be a little bit of learning curve, but I think we'll get it. But it also does a really great job of walking you through character creation. So I have already started a new character for you. So if you pull up that character sheet for Sam, on the right side of the screen, you're going to see like a bunch of tabs. and one of them is going to be like a little person icon. If you click on that, and I don't know if you can see the folder called player characters, but there should be one called Sam's character that you can open.
Oh, Justin, you're just the best GM.
Thank you. And then once you've clicked on that and opened it up, this is for all of you, where it says level 0, there's like a little arrow up. Go ahead and click on that and we'll get started on character creation. That'll bring up like the automated process and we'll just walk through it all. The first thing that you're going to choose is your ancestry. So there's that space where it says ancestry. You're going to click on it, and then it'll bring up a list of the various ancestries. I will say that the process that Foundry walks through step by step is different from what's in the book. So if you're reading the Daggerheart core rulebook, the core rulebook suggests that you start with a class. I don't think it really is important what you do and don't start with. But for now, we'll just go with ancestry. So there are a lot more ancestries in this game than there are in D&D. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There are 18 core ancestries, which is crazy. There are the Clank, which are like robots. There are the Dracona, which are like the Dragonborn from D&D. There's dwarves, elves, fairies, fauns. So think like centaurs, that sort of thing. There's Fearbolgs, which we've also met in D&D as well too, sort of half giant cow people. But then there's a few that are going to be different as well too. Like they have Fungril in Daggerheart. Fungril are sort of like humanoid mushrooms and plants. Galapa are like humanoid turtles and tortoises. Giant is a core ancestry. Goblin, halfling, human. Infernus are like tieflings. So humanoid, half human, half demon sort of thing. Katari are like humanoid cats, and then orcs. There are rules for like a half character, like picking 2. So I don't know if anyone is like, I really wanted to be a half elf. We can work through that if you want to. If you have the PDF
Could we?
up. Sorry, what's up?
I was just going to say, we don't have to do it this way. I don't know if this is even an option in Foundry. It doesn't look like it is. Never mind.
To skip around. Unfortunately, it's not. I tested that.
Yeah. Because like part of the problem for me is like I want to know what everyone else wants to play class-wise, because I have come up with a few different potential characters, but the heritage that I choose is highly dependent on what class I'm playing. Your mic is doing that thing again.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good now.
I'm happy to talk about classes first. You could even honestly, Johnny, just pick something here and then go back and change it once
I'll do
we
that.
get to the class part. I don't think either one of those is going to change things. But does anyone have any like, this is the ancestry I'm going to play?
Yeah, Dracona. Also, you don't have to do it in order. If you just open your character sheet directly, you can click any of the
Sure.
It's start doing it.
It's just easy. Yeah, for sure.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, for sure. You can. It's just easier to do it, I think, for some.
I don't even know how to do what you're talking about.
Exactly. I was about to say, for people that
There's
aren't as familiar with Foundry, it's just easier to go through the.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyone else? Any other ancestries that are heritages that you are interested in? They do come with like an ability. Each ancestry has its own ability. I guess since we're playing this new, Nick, do you want to read what the Dracona's like heritage feature is?
Should I give a description of the Dracona at all, or should I just?
If you want to, yeah.
I mean, basically, they're dragonborn. They have sharp teeth that grow back, 350-year lifespan. They do generally have a breath weapon or a breath attack, breath ability, like a dragon that they, like dragons that they descend from. 5 to 7 feet in height. But yeah, as far as the abilities, I have or features, I should say. I get a thing called scales, which is my scales act as a natural protection. When I take severe damage, I can mark a stress to mark 1 fewer hit points. And I have elemental breath, so I get to pick an element. And when I use the breath weapon, I can target a group of targets within very close range.
I choose the element of surprise.
I mean, yeah. And I treat it as an instinct weapon that deals a D8 magic damage using my proficiency.
That's pretty cool. We will explain what all that means.
I only kind of know what it means.
That's fine. I know what it means. Anyone else? We have Trachona. Got
No, I have many character ideas,
okay.
but also like Johnny, I think that they are tied to the class.
All right. Well, then I say if it doesn't sound like Danny has any thoughts. So I would say let's
do Danny like that.
Well, I mean, Johnny already said his piece, and there was a long pause between me asking the question and Sam answering, and so I assumed if Danny had an idea, he would have shared it in that moment.
I would have.
So I say let's do this. Just pick an ancestry here. We'll come back to it. I would imagine same with community. We'll come back to community and kind of explain what those are. Let's pick a class. There are. How many are there? I forget.
1 million.
There are 1
There's 9
million classes. I'm gonna pull it up here.
There are nine classes.
Yeah, thank you. You're probably going to be familiar, listeners and players, with most of them. They are Bard, Druid, Guardian, Ranger, Rogue, Seraph, Sorcerer, Warrior, and Wizard. I personally find it so interesting that they've basically the fighter paladin archetype has been split up into 3 different.
Yeah, Seraph is kind of cleric paladin. Depending on which subclass you choose.
Guardian is a tanky version of a fighter.
Yeah,
or a paladin fighter.
Yeah, paladin fighter.
And Warrior is more aggressive fighter.
Yeah,
DPS fighter.
Yeah.
Not to. Let me actually. I don't know if. Never mind. Ignore me.
I don't think we can.
Okay. Don't ignore me then, I guess.
Inadvisable.
I refuse.
Real quick, how do
I'm
I
not gonna pay attention to you
when
harder.
I'm selecting my ancestry, it brings up the drop down. But
Yeah.
then I click on the ancestry I want, and it just expands.
Drag and drop.
Drag it.
Drag and drop. I see.
Drag and drop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's Foundry being Foundry.
That's always how Foundry's worked.
Okay.
It's just been a while. It's
You
been
say
what?
so.
How long? How long has it been since Age of Ashes? Like 2 years?
3. Since we used Oh no,
We used Foundry? Because I don't think we've ever. Sorry, we're getting off topic.
it's been 2 years. Moving on.
So you said hold off on
Okay.
selecting community for now?
Yeah, hold off on community.
Unless you already know it. If you already know
I don't.
it, it's fine.
I'm going with Orderborn.
Okay, we'll come back to it and explain what that is when everyone kind of gets there.
I picked
Um,
wizard for my class. If that's what we're also talking about.
Yeah, we're at class. So what classes are you guys thinking of playing?
Wizard.
So I was thinking about Wizard, but since Nick's gonna play Wizard, I'm not thinking about Wizard anymore. The other 2 classes I might play are Warrior or Seraph.
Here's another thing I wanted to ask Justin as the GM.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. I'm not even going to ask because it would have been like a custom thing. We're just not going to do that. Never
No,
mind.
ask.
Okay, so the domains of the classes are set.
Yeah.
There's 2.
They are set.
They're fully set.
Yes,
Okay.
they are fully set. And so I had that question when I was reading this game. I was like, man, it feels like so. Okay, so for those that are listening and have never played Daggerheart or interested in it, you pick a class, And each class has 2 what are called domains associated with it. There are, I don't know how many.
There's
There
18 domains, right?
18 domains.
Yes.
And
No, there's not 18.
It's the
There's
same
9.
amount as class.
there's 9. There's 9 domains.
Oh, because 2 classes, at least 2
Each-
classes share every domain.
Yeah, every domain has 2 classes.
So
that
yeah.
share it.
So when you pick a class, it's going to carry with it 2 domains. The domains are Arcana, Blade, Bone, Codex, Grace, Midnight, Sage, Splendor, and Valor. 2 of those domains together are included with your class. And those domains will be what you'll use to pick your abilities when we go to domain cards. Now, the reason why, so I looked this up, Nick, the reason why you can't just change the domains is that they have intentionally created these classes and fine-tuned them based on the domains
they have access
because
to.
of the abilities that are in domains. That's why your HP and your stress are set when you pick your class as well too. And so people have talked about, I like, it's the sort of thing where like, I think if we played a lot of Daggerheart, I would eventually get to the point where I'm like, I think we could probably like play around with it a little bit.
Mhm.
But I think the first time we're playing it, I would like to just, those are the domains you have.
Cool. Just making sure.
Anything else? What do we think?
I'm really excited to hear what you all are wanting to do. Nick has locked in.
A wizard.
Johnny has revealed a couple of different pathways. Danny's there.
I'm just happy to be
I'm
here.
leaning toward warrior for whatever it's worth, but I want to hear what you guys are wanting to do.
Whatever you guys choose, I won't step on my toes.
What are you wanting to do then?
Yeah, what are you
Katie's
wanting
not-
to
Katie's
do?
not
This is the
playing.
best part. Oh,
Katie's leaving.
right, okay.
I'm leaving.
So
are you
what,
actually? What is happening right
Danny,
now?
what do you want to
I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
No, yeah,
Okay,
Danny,
I'll-
Danny,
I'll
what do you
get
want to
that.
play?
I'm reading-
He's just
Hey guys,
silent.
I'm reading
Icing
the
us
classes
out.
for the first time.
Okay, I'll fill some space to give my man some time. So I think I wanted to come into this with like loose outlines instead of really going in. It was hard. It was hard to read the core booklet and then like try to detach myself from that.
Mhm.
I have this idea of like playing like a city slicker in this environment. So
Okay.
like somebody who's come in from the outside and is kind of new and is getting acclimated to this Western lifestyle.
Mhm.
And then I have this idea of playing like a bartender from a saloon who's out to maybe strike it rich for himself. I have an idea of like playing like a farm girl and like Little House on the Prairie style.
That's good.
And I had an idea of playing like a shaman as well. What's the other one? Yeah, there's a ton. There's a ton, y'all.
Hey, you did druid.
And
What classes are you leaning toward?
so
Or
all
those
right,
kind.
I've definitely for the bartender, I was thinking it would be like a bard with the ancestry of a clank. And so this character had been created to serve drinks and talk to people on the frontier, automaton or whatever, and then the bar closes down and he goes out on his own. So that's what I was thinking for that one. For the Little House on the Prairie, I was thinking the Guardian, like maybe her, like one of her siblings like went off and joined a cult and she's out to go get him back, so she's farm strong. For the shaman, I was thinking the seraph as well, but more on like the healing side of it. What's the other one? Oh, for the city slicker, I was thinking a ranger.
That'd be fun.
Those are all fun ideas. Are you leaning towards one of them, Sam?
No, I wanna balance out the party. That's why I
Yeah.
want.
Well, I think
to hear.
hearing some
At
of
some
your
point,
ideas
someone's gotta pick something.
locked in for me. I'm gonna play a giant warrior.
Fun. Okay. I love that.
And I think for community, they will be Wanderborn.
Okay. And we'll talk about that in a little bit too. Kind of I'll get to that because I want to talk about what that means as well.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Danny?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I am gonna play as a Galapa Slyborn ranger.
That's
Just
okay.
because a turtly ranger who's a criminal sounds cool.
Okay. All right.
Guys, I decided to change my. I decided to change my ancestry. I'm sorry.
Ooh, this is
Nor worries.
what the Forge is all about. It's just
I'm
these
worried.
twisted turns.
I'm worried.
There's just a different. Because I realized that this. I kind of thought the system would be a little bit more malleable than it was. And it is exactly as malleable as it should be. Just to be clear, this is not a knock against it. It's just not in the specific way I was going for. So I'm going for something else, and it'll still be awesome. But it's,
Can I ask? Because we're also learning what was the problem with Dracona?
For Dracona, there is. So I have like wizard. I have a lot of wizards in my head.
Okay.
That was a weird way to say that. I have a lot of wizard characters that I would like to play in my head.
Yeah.
And occasionally have played. The one I would have gone with for the Dracona would have been more of like a sword and like magic battle mage kind of deal.
Okay.
Which is possible in the system.
Yeah.
But not really want to focus on. And especially since I wouldn't have any abilities to really reinforce the sword side of things. I just kind of want to
Gotcha.
slightly
Gotcha.
different.
I will say, multi-classing is a thing.
I know. I'm just gonna keep it simple right now.
All right.
And I have an idea that works perfectly with how this system works, so I'm not really worried about it.
I'm gonna make a change too. I think with the character concept I've got that just started brewing for me because I really only thought about the stats and not the concept at all. But just came up with this concept, and I'm gonna switch to Guardian. So I'm staying Giant, switching to Guardian instead of Warrior.
Okay. So it sounds to me, Sam, like 2 of the 4 choices you proposed have been taken.
Oh no, I'm over here in my notebook and I'm ticking them off. I think I'll go with I had another guy too, which is a druid, a little goblin. And he's a druid because he's insecure about himself.
So fun.
Say it again.
I said a druid goblin sounds fun.
All right, I'm either between this bartender, this clank bartender, or this druid goblin. I think I'm gonna go with the bartender.
I love it. I love it a lot. So we have
And now Johnny hates you.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
true.
Let's do this. Since we're kind of on this ancestry bit, why don't you go ahead and read the 2 features that your ancestry gets? And since Nick has changed his, why don't you
Reread them? Yeah, that's fair once I figure out how to change on my character sheet.
Oh no, we'll figure it
You
out.
can't move backwards. We can only move in one direction.
It kind of seems like that.
It's very, very annoying. So I just like every time I
The
want to look
ways you
back at
should be
something
able to
I
do
already
that.
did, I have to start over.
That is really dumb. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I even just have the straight sheet open, but for some reason I can't edit it after selecting things.
What ancestry are you thinking? Let's see if I can fix it for you.
Should I read the giant ancestry thing? Because I just realized I didn't do that.
Please. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to select the cat one, I think.
Okay.
Nice.
I will try and help.
Giants are towering humanoids with broad shoulders, long arms, and 1 to 3 eyes. Adult giants range from 6.5 to 8.5 feet tall and are naturally muscular regardless of body type. They are easily recognized by their wide frames and elongated arms and necks. Though they can have up to 3 eyes, all giants are born with none and remain sightless for the first years of their life. Until a giant reaches the age of 10 and their features fully develop, the formation of their eyes may fluctuate. Those with a single eye are commonly known as cyclops. The average giant lifespan is about 75 years.
What are their 2 features?
Endurance and reach. Endurance is you gain an additional hit point slot at character creation. And reach, treat any weapon ability, spell, or other feature that has a melee range as though it has a very close range instead.
That's cool. That's very cool. Love it. Anyone else?
Do you want me to read Galapas?
Please.
Galapa resemble anthropomorphic turtles with large domed shells into which they can retract. On average, they range from 4 to 6 feet in height, and their head and body shapes can resemble any type of turtle. Galapa come in a variety of earth tones, most often shades of green and brown, and possess unique patterns on their shells. Members of this ancestry can draw their head, arms, and legs into their shell for protection to use it as a natural shield when defensive measures are needed. Some supplement their shell's strength or appearance by attaching armor or carving unique designs, but the process is exceedingly painful. Most Galapa move slowly no matter their age, and they can live approximately 150 years. Their 2 features are shell and retract. For shell, they gain a bonus to their damage threshold equal to their proficiency. For retract, they may mark a stress to retract into their shell. While on their shell, they have resistance to physical damage and have disadvantage on attack rolls and cannot move.
That's very fun. I like that retractability a lot. For Nick and Sam, maybe don't read the whole paragraph. Maybe just kind of give us the highlights. But then do read the 2 features.
Okay. Qatari. They're feline humanoids. Mine looks like a gray, almost fox-like cat.
Is it so? At least
Man.
in the way that they separate it here, is some look more human, some look more cat.
Mostly cat, but again,
Okay.
very foxy.
Yeah.
You know, like a kitsune, one might even say.
A kitsune. And what are the
Wonderful.
Qatari's 2 ancestry features?
They have feline instincts. I have to stop clicking that incorrectly. Sorry. When I make an agility roll, I can spend 2 hope and just re-roll my hope die, which is nice.
Ooh, that is cool.
And secondary feature is I can make an agility roll to scratch a target within melee range. On success, they become temporarily vulnerable, which is
That's
a helpful
dope. That's
condition
dope.
part.
That's very cool.
It's pretty nice.
Sam, tell us about Clanks.
They're like robots. They resemble humanoids, animals, or even inanimate objects, but they're designed with a purpose. I think Clanks also build themselves, and they can extend their lifetimes by building or crafting new parts. And then in this game, they run on what is it called?
Essentia.
And so Clanks actually have to find and consume Essentia. And I don't know what the mechanics of that are. The features are purposeful design, and Clanks are created for a purpose. So if I have an experience, which is something else in Daggerheart, I can actually bump that to a +3 if it relates to the design. And the other one is efficient, and I can take a long rest move during a short rest.
That's very cool. That's very cool. We'll get to what all this stuff means in a little bit. it sounds like you guys have already kind of chosen your communities as well. Communities is sort of like, think of backgrounds in D&D. Like, for instance, Cass has the pirate background. Kind of explains where they come from and sort of their perspective on life. It does also give you a feature as well too. So since we're on same, what community are you thinking?
I was thinking Slyborn, sort of in like the bar that this guy is set up in, maybe a hub of criminal activity, or maybe Ridgeborn because he's kind of this Drylands community.
Well, if it helps to inform your decision, I've chosen Slyborn for my character. So if you want to,
Yeah, I know. I was hoping that you would,
We're gonna do
do
the
me a
same.
solid and like come off of that, but doesn't seem like you are. I know it was just your birthday, so I guess.
I'm sorry.
Sorry enough to give up Slyborn?
Let me see.
The other one, Danny, you might
communities.
want to look at is Wanderborn because you said that they came.
Yeah, but Johnny
from-
chose one.
That's what I'm doing.
But Johnny chose one.
Those were the two I was looking at.
I mean, I feel like
I don't think being a part of the same community is that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's not. It does
Hey.
give you kind of the same community feature. So there's just there's less opportunity for other things happening.
Yeah, and it's 2025. There is no community. I'm gonna be Ridgeboard.
I'm Ridgeborn.
Oh, what?
I thought you were Orderborn.
I know I just had to change my character. Did you listen to my whole
I-
spiel?
Oh,
No.
funny.
All right, I'm
I'm gonna
Underboard.
say-
I'm gonna go with Underboard.
I was literally just about to switch to Underborn.
Were you? If you do,
So you
I'll
can
take Slyborn.
Okay, I'll switch to Underborn. This is insane.
That is so funny. Okay, they're funny.
Thank you, Danny.
Funny.
You're
Funny.
welcome.
Just so like we're like saying these words, like what the fuck do they mean?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we should read the ones that we've selected now.
Yeah, I definitely kind of, again, you don't need to read the whole description, but like just give like a summary of like what it means to be Orderborn or what it means to be, the community that you've chosen, and definitely do read the feature as well too.
Yeah. So Wanderborn means that my character has been nomadic. I think for the purposes of my character specifically, I want to suggest that the giants are not a nomadic people, but my character has been a nomad.
yeah.
And the community feature I get is that I get a nomadic pack. I add a nomadic pack to my inventory. Once per session, you can spend a hope to reach into this pack and pull out a mundane item that is useful to your situation. Work with the GM to figure out what that item is that you take out.
Okay. I like it. Are we doing that? Wait, do we do that now or just like when you do it?
No, that's when I need it.
Once per session. Okay. Perfect. That's cool. Who's up next?
I'll go since I bullied Danny. So Slyborn is from a community of outlaws or criminals. The feature is advantage rolls to negotiate with criminals, detect lies, or find a safe place to hide.
So yeah. That's dope. That is cool. Okay. Sorry. I wanted to do this too. They have like specific, they're not questions you have to answer, but they're like questions to get you thinking more about like what it means for this character to be part of this community in this setting. So when they talk about Wanderborn in Colossus of the Drylands, obviously there's like a juxtaposition with it, I think, because there's so few places of civilization in the Drylands, and they all kind of center around Essentia. So that's sort of the thing that they highlight when you're thinking about what it means to be Wanderborn. How do you so questions of like how do you get Essentia if you're wandering around? questions they ask. The 3 questions they ask, which again you don't have to answer all of them, just something to get you thinking, is what common practices of outpost living do you find utterly baffling or uncomfortable? You have a small cache of energy, emergency items hidden in the desert. What did you hide? You used to live in an outpost, but something terrible happened that caused you to leave. What happened, and why will you never return? Again, don't feel like you have to take all those and answer all of them. Just to start get you thinking about some things.
Or you don't remember any of them. So
Or you don't remember
worry.
any of them, and so it doesn't matter.
Answer all of them.
For Ridgeborn and Underborn, Danny, why don't you read Underborn?
Yeah. Let me just scroll to that real quick. Yep, so Underborn, community of people living underground, as the name suggests, like a subterranean society. I think this setting references Underborn and Ridgeborn specifically because among like the mountains and the mines, the mountains and the high deserts, there's like Ridgeborn and Underborn communities within those. So right off the bat, I think I want to say that my family are essential miners, and I think that's a part of the reason why he's taken up life as a ranger. But the Underborn features are low light living. So when I'm in an area with low light or heavy shadow, I have advantage on rolls to hide, investigate, or perceive details within that area.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so for the 2 of you, they call out this sort of like focus and theme on like being amongst the rocks, right? The mountains, either underground or like on the mesas and the cliffs. So like some of the questions that they ask, which again, just to get you thinking, is were you born in the you were born in the mountains and mesas of the drylands. What do you know about this land that new prospectors will never understand? Or perhaps you're afraid of the dark, but venture into the mines every day anyway. What keeps you going? You don't even have to be afraid of the dark. I think the question of like what keeps you going into the mines is a very good one. You once found something unexpected near Godfall Mountain. What was it, and who did you tell about your discovery? Again, don't feel like you have to answer all of those questions. Just something to get you thinking.
It's funny, the middle question is kind of, because my character's whole story, I'm thinking, is that he's since then left the society, so he's not going back.
He's not going. He's left. Yeah. Maybe something happened. So the question is now, what happened? Why did they leave? Nick, what community did you choose again?
Ridgeborn. Being part of the Ridgeborn community means you've called the rocky peaks and sharp cliffs of the mountainside home.
Yeah, once you've already said the mountains and stuff. Sorry, and Sam, you chose Slyborn, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I don't need to. The setting is ripe with bandits and riffraff and whatnot, thieves. I love they even call out like snake oil salesmen. They would be part of a Slyborn community. There is a pretty small but active posse of thieves led by a person named Trace Harlan in Wyland's Gulch. And that is where we'll be starting. So perhaps you either have connections, perhaps you were made by the Harlans. I'm sorry, I don't want to play your character, but that just idea came to me.
Sounds like you do, Justin.
No, you do it. So some of the questions that they add for Slybarn are things like, what darkness in your past did you attempt to leave behind when coming to the Drylands? Might not be appropriate if you've been here forever. You once betrayed a close accomplice. What happened and why haven't you spoke about the incident? You had to go. Last one is you had to go through a terrifying initiation to join your posse. What did you do and how has it changed you forever? Again, don't feel like you have to answer any of those questions. Just thoughts and ideas to keep you going. Okay, now that we've chosen ancestry and community,
What are the the Slyborn and Ridgeborn features. Did read those?
Yeah, they did.
Did it? Okay.
Pretty sure they did. I heard the Ridgeborn one.
I didn't read those, did I?
I don't think you did.
Nope. Oh, sorry.
I just
So-
gave like we're like mountain people.
Yeah, I don't think you
That's
did.
Yeah.
all I said. I have advantage on rolls to traverse dangerous cliffs and ledges, navigate harsh environments, and use my survival knowledge.
Yeah, you do. And for Slyborn, you advantage on rolls to negotiate with criminals, detect lies, or find a safe place to hide. So your community just gives you advantage on things, which we'll talk about what advantage means in this game. All right, let me look at my notes so I can make sure that we're moving along.
You're doing a great job, Justin.
Thank you. Thank you. This game is there's a bit more to it, creating characters, than there is with something like Brindlewood Bay, for instance. We've already chose classes. So your class is going to give you, like we said, 2 domains. So I would love for you to tell us what those 2 domains are, and also let us know what your hope feature is.
I'll go. The domains for the Bard are Grace and Codex. And the feature, I think I'm not seeing it here, but the feature for the Bard is something called Rally, which is where I roll 1d4 dice at the beginning of a session. Something like that. And then everybody gets a rally dice or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Help me out here. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can spend your rally dice at any point, and then add that to any roll.
Go.
And that's a once per session thing. So use it or lose it.
Rally or dally?
Rally or die.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
please go.
Okay. For the Guardian, the domains are Valor and Blade, and the class feature is Unstoppable. Once per long rest, you can become unstoppable. You gain an unstoppable die. At level 1, your unstoppable die is 1d4. Place it on your character sheet in the space provided, starting with a 1 value facing up. After you make a damage roll that deals 1 or more hit points to a target, increase the value by 1. When the die's value would exceed its maximum value, or when the scene ends, remove the die and drop out of Unstoppable. At level 5, it becomes a d6. While Unstoppable, you gain the following benefits. You reduce the severity of physical damage by 1 threshold. You add the current value of the Unstoppable die to your damage roll, and you can't be restrained or vulnerable.
That is very cool. That's very cool. That's very fun. Ranger.
Yeah, I'll go into Wizard. I got Codex and Splendor as my domains. Codex is about nerdy magic, and Splendor is about healing magic. Sorry, my feature.
You
I-
too.
We're just talking about subclasses, right?
No,
exactly.
not subclasses. Class features. We haven't talked about subclasses yet.
Yeah, the hope feature, right?
Oh, I actually have
class,
3
class feature.
class features.
So
Oh,
your
class
your
feature.
class
Okay.
is going to give you 1 hope feature, and then and usually just 1 class feature, but in the wizard's case,
Oh,
2.
and we're just reading the class feature.
Yes, yeah. I'll explain what the other ones are.
Okay.
The hope feature is later.
Prestidigitation. I can perform harmless, subtle magic effects at will. For example, I can change an object's color, create a smell, light a candle, cause a tiny object to float or effloat, illuminate a room, or repair a small object. And I have strange patterns. I can choose a number between 1 and 12. When I roll that number on a duality die, I gain a hope or clear stress. clear A stress. You can change this number when I take a long rest.
I would love for you to tell me what that number is now.
That number is going to be 7.
7. I love. Is that why you chose this? Because of the gambling?
No. Never. What do you mean?
Danny.
Yeah. So the Ranger's domains are Bone and Sage, and its class feature is Ranger's Focus. I may spend a hope and make an attack roll against a target. On a success, I deal my attacks normal damage and temporarily make the attack's target my focus. Until this feature ends, or I make a different creature my focus, I gain the following benefits against the creature. I know precisely what direction they're in. When I deal damage to them, they're forced to mark a stress. And when I fail an attack roll against them, I can make them cease being my focus to re-roll my duality dice.
That is very cool.
I can end them.
You can end them. That is very cool. I like all of that. Now that you've chosen our classes, you get to choose your subclass. It's not like D&D where you choose your subclass at level 3. You get to choose your subclass right now.
Woo!
And it is going to give you what do they call it? A foundation feature, which you can upgrade eventually. You can upgrade that as you level up to increase that and get new features as well too. 1 second. Sorry. All right. So your subclasses. Let's see. Let's start with I'm going to start with the bard because it's alphabetical. So you have 2 choices. You can be the troubadour or the wordsmith. Play the troubadour if you want to play music to bolster your allies. Play the wordsmith if you want to use clever wordplay and captivate crowds.
I am going to choose the troubadour. I imagine this character, maybe there's a jukebox built into him.
Oh, I love that so much.
The foundation feature for the troubadour is gifted performer. So describe how you perform for others. And then there's 3 ways this could go. I can have myself and all allies within close range clear a hit point if I play a relaxing song. I'm going to have an epic song, which will make a target within close range temporarily vulnerable, which is a condition. Or I can play a heartbreaking song. And myself and all allies within close range gain 1 hope.
I like it.
I'm feeling another playlist coming for this guy.
I love it. Yeah, you got to if you're going to do music stuff. And then you also have the spellcasting trait because of that. Your spellcasting trait will be presence. We will talk about traits in but a moment. Mr. Johnny Button. Guardian has the option between Stalwart and Vengeance. Play the Stalwart if you want to take heavy blows and keep fighting. Or play the Vengeance if you want to strike down enemies who harm you or your allies.
Yes, I am choosing Stalwart.
Okay. What is your foundation feature?
Unwavering, gain a permanent +1 bonus to your damage thresholds, and Iron Will. When you take physical damage, you can mark an additional armor slot to reduce the severity.
That's very cool. That's very cool. And again, we'll explain what all that means as we play a little bit.
Yeah.
Mr. Ranger, you can be a Beastbound or a Wayfinder. Beastbound, form a deep bond with an animal ally, or the Wayfinder, hunt your prey and strike with deadly force.
My little turtle's gonna be a Wayfinder.
Oh, Wayfinder.
Wayfinder. I hardly know her.
What, what's your foundation feature?
It looks to me, Mr. GM, that I have 2 foundation features as a Wayfinder.
You do have 2 foundation features, yes.
I have Ruthless Predator when I make a damage roll. I may mark a stress to gain a +1 bonus to my proficiency. Additionally, when I deal severe damage to an adversary, I make them mark 1 stress.
Hmm.
And I also have Path Forward. When I'm traveling to a place I've previously visited, or I carry an object that has been at the location before, I can identify the shortest, most direct path to my destination.
Interesting. Okay.
Pretty cool.
It is very cool. You carry an object that has been at the location before. I think we'll have to work together to figure out how that helps you find the shortest path.
Yeah. I'm just super cool and good and nice, I guess.
Yeah, well, sure, but
right,
like,
how does that make sense, right?
Right now, I'm like, okay, if I have a rock from that place that's way over there, like, how does that rock help me find the fastest?
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure it out. Probably have to be a little bit more than just.
Oh, maybe it's like maybe there's a little. Never mind.
A little magic, maybe.
I was gonna say there's magic in this world.
There's magic in this world, yeah. Or if it's like
No.
a rock, maybe it's like.
Oh, you have a little
connected
bit
to
of
the
magic
essential-
in your
Things in
heart.
this world that we never understood.
No, or if it's like a rock, maybe it's like connected to the essentia that runs through.
Oh,
like,
that's
the
fun.
Earth.
That's
you
fun.
know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
we'll
cool.
figure it out. You do also have a spellcasting. Essentially,
Sorry.
you have a spellcasting trait. Your spellcasting trait is agility.
Agility.
Mr. Wizard, you have the option between the School of Knowledge and the School of War.
War. Let's go.
War.
War. What is it good for? Anyways. What's up? What are you doing?
That song's on the playlist.
As it should be. Right. The features I get are Battle Mage. I get an additional hit point slot, which is nice.
Yeah.
And Face Your Fear. When I succeed with fear on an attack roll, I deal an extra 1d10 magic damage.
Whoa.
That's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Great. Now we've chosen our subclasses. We're going to do traits. So there are 2, 3, 4, 6, right? 6 traits. There is agility, strength, finesse, instinct, presence, and knowledge. This is not like D&D where there are like a subset of skills under each of these things. They're just kind of like, they give some examples of what might be under these traits. So agility, you're doing things like sprinting or leaping or maneuvering. Strength, you might be doing stuff like lifting or smashing or grappling. Finesse would be something like controlling, hiding, controlling like your body, maybe your movements, hiding, tracking. Instinct would be something like perceiving, sensing, navigating. Presence is like charming, performing. I don't know why it says danger. I don't know what that means. Intimidating.
Like if you have a lot of presence.
Yeah, intimidating.
Yeah.
There just would have been a better word for it. Now that
Mhm.
I just wrote it down, I'm like, danger. And then knowledge is things like recalling knowledge or analyzing things or comprehending. So there's going to be a 6 numbers that you have, and you can put them where you want them. I've put them in the chat just so you can see them, but it is 1 + 2, 2 + 1s, 2 zeros, and a -1. I would keep in mind for the spellcasters things like your spellcasting trait. Probably want that to be your highest. Obviously, you can choose not to, but
Make that your -1.
you could do that. That is something you can do.
I'm just a baby.
I can't change my stats.
Did you already?
Are you still in the character setup
No,
window?
No.
he just went. He just is doing it himself. I will work on that. Why don't you tell me what you intend it to be? I figured it out. It's the so right next to where it says effects, right under knowledge, there's a little handle tool. Open settings, and then you can
Wait,
edit
where?
those stats. So under your traits, right under
Okay.
knowledge, there's like a little wrench.
I do not see this.
Weird.
Yeah, we don't have that.
That is strange. Well, you should have it.
Apparently, only you get to edit our sheets.
That's weird. All right. Well, tell me what you want your stats to be, and I'll.
Okay. I wanted it to be 0 agility, -1 strength, 1 finesse, 1 instinct, 0 presence, and 2 knowledge.
Knowledge is power.
Okay. You said 0 presence.
Yes.
Perfect.
You can prevent forest fire.
That's funny.
Don't-
I saw that under Foundry. They have the suggested traits. I was like, no, I'll just choose my own. I chose my own. What I
Yeah.
ended up choosing just ended up being the suggested traits.
Yeah, so I was about to say they do give you the book gives you suggestions as well too. Like here's what you should probably pick. But obviously you can pick whatever you want.
That's exactly what happened to me too, Danny.
Yep.
Mine is slightly different from the suggestion, but not severely.
There isn't a huge spread, right? So like
Mhm.
Yeah.
there are probably going to be very few times
Yeah.
that your suggested.
Actually, mine's a little
is
different. I put -1 in my agility.
Yeah.
As a ranger, just made the most sense.
I don't need to hear what you put where. I don't think that's very interesting.
I agree.
We're going to move on to experiences. These are important. So, we're going to all work together to kind of create 2 experiences for your character. Things that have happened in the past, things that they've trained in, that could ostensibly give you some advantage or some benefit to things that they might encounter in this journey. And how you'll do this, how this will work is you'll spend a hope. So each of your characters has like a hope track. You'll gain hope points. You'll spend hope points. You can spend a hope on any roll to add the stat of your experience to that roll. So your experiences will start. Both of them will start at a +2, and they can go up. And you can add new experiences as well too. These should not be broad. These should be pretty specific.
So could it range from like a general background, like maybe like a job occupation, to like a specific life experience, or are we thinking? Yeah,
It can be both. So
Okay.
they give
For
some
instance,
examples.
when I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay.
So
That's fair.
that could be one of your experiences could be in the
Johnny is
third grade,
just
I thought.
playing as
Okay.
Macklemore.
Was it because you could draw?
Is it because you can keep your
Yes,
room
because I
straight?
could draw.
My
So-
room might
so
be
they could-
straight, but I'm gay.
On page 20 of the core rulebook, there's a list of examples. You don't have to pick those. They also suggest things like adding qualifiers. Sorry, I see your hand, Sam. I'll ask you in just a moment. So for instance, like the example they give Danny is like the background of assassin. Well, maybe you're the assassin of, and then you name the organization, right? That would make it more specific. Sam, what is your thought?
Oh, I want to run these experiences that I've got from my guy past you
Yeah.
all.
Please, yeah.
All right. So the first one that I picked, I'm calling "That's Rough, Buddy," and it is he'll be able to sort of pacify somebody who is having a hard time. Maybe they're amped up on emotion, and he just lends a listening ear, and with the attempt to sort of de-escalate the situation or divert things. So very much bartender-esque.
I love it. Yeah, I mean that sounds. That's a fun way to it's a fun way to do it. I think that's a fine experience.
This next one, I'm less sure of. but I put it down. I put enabler. So maybe pushing somebody to excess in a way that could be destructive for them.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah. I think with that qualifier, maybe like enabler of vice.
Yeah. Pretty much to be able to press on like the darker elements of somebody and egg them on. So
Yeah.
Providing free booze or just something that will push somebody to more destructive behavior for themselves.
I love it. I love it so much.
My two experiences I just took from the book's suggestions, but I have like some specific character things I could apply. So for the first one, is incredible strength. Just being a giant
Makes sense.
incredibly strong.
Yeah.
I think my character, I want to kind of like run with the assumption that even compared to other giants, they're uniquely strong, but not necessarily interested in always displaying that. And then for the other one, I took observant.
Okay.
And then I think to drill down on that just a little bit, I had this kind of fun thought that I feel like is a natural progression to something that the book says about how giants' eyes don't develop until they're a little bit older, which I think would naturally bear out that part of giant culture would be those who have eyes needing to pay extra attention for those who don't.
I like that. And just like the natural, like your other senses would be heightened and you might be able to like tune into those a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Nick, Danny?
I know what I want to put. I just can't figure out how to add experiences to the sheet.
You have to do it before you, because we can't.
Oh, so
But how are you supposed to add them as you go?
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
I can add them.
Boundary, dude.
Okay. Awesome. The first one I wanted to be like Tinkerer.
Okay.
Likes to mess around with little things. And the second one I want like, I don't know what a good word for it is, like magical familiarity, acumen, magical studies.
Acumen.
Okay. My initial inclination is that maybe is a little too broad.
It is one of the suggested experiences, so I don't think it
okay.
is too.
All right. Okay. It's fine.
Like specifically magical studies
Magical studies. Okay. All right. Okay. We can make that work.
is suggested.
Okay. This is a new game for me too. So I'm coming from.
I can be more specific though if we want to be. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I mean, feel free to let me know what those magical studies are.
Yeah, he's very bookish. So he's like he's gonna have a good understanding of like identifying maybe like aspects of magic, but not necessarily like he's not gonna like know every spell or anything like that.
I love it. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. And just to be clear, the Tinkerer is literally like he's working on like things that use gears or just
good. I put good with gadgets for the description.
perfect.
Clank lover.
okay.
What up, though?
Oh my god.
I love it. Okay. That is. Yeah.
He wants to feel those gears against his flesh.
Okay.
Ew.
What? Hands are flesh. You perv.
Pervert.
You know that's not true. Take it back.
Hey, hang on a second. What?
Hands are not flesh.
Okay, moving on. The real quick about gears against flesh.
I'm a pervert. I meant that I'm a pervert.
You're a pervert?
Hands are flesh.
Is that what you're announcing?
Yeah.
Why'd you say I meant I'm a pervert then?
No, I was talking about
when he
what
said
I
take
was.
that back. When he said take that back.
This is fun.
What is that element
Danny,
called?
tell us about your experiences.
No, wait. I had a
What?
more question. What is the
What?
vein of magical energy called again?
Essentia.
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 Or Essentia?
Essentia. I don't know. Whatever. What do we?
Those are
Essentially-
essentially regional pronunciations of the same thing.
Yeah. Which Nick's character would know?
Yes. All right. So I had fun naming my second experience. I didn't choose the experience in the books. I was like, I'm gonna make these. The first one is Essentia Minor,
That's good. I like
and
that.
I think that's gonna have to do.
Yeah.
She has dealt with Essentia in its unprocessed form, and I think that
Mm,
I like to
mhm,
think
mhm.
that the people like up top who use Essentia like in like their technologies don't really like, you know, it's like it's already processed and manufactured and shipped, whereas like she's dealt with it in its like pure raw like uncut form, and so she has a
Yeah.
knack for dealing with Essentia in various ways. I also for the second experience I named Oh God ... because
Okay.
this goes into her class item, because as a ranger you pick a class item and one of the options is a trophy from your first kill, and I chose her shell because it's actually the shell of her older brother, which was her
Oh.
first kill.
Oh wow.
And that experience has to do the reason she has the benefit from that experience is when she has to like push back emotions to make hard decisions
yeah.
or sublimate her feelings in ways such as that. Maybe if she's not the best, so her presence is
Yeah.
actually -1, but maybe this experience can come in handy when like there has to be some sort of like intimidation factor when she's talking to someone, right? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure that's in the description for that,
Yes.
so we're not like, oh God, what is that?
I wrote, killed her older brother, can push back emotions to make hard decisions. And
like-
is
Have you ever
scary
seen
at times.
Have you ever seen Mystery Men? It's like
Have
Only
you
a
seen,
1,000 times.
Have I seen a mystery man around? Yeah,
No.
I've seen men
Okay.
around that I'm like, that's weird.
My
No,
favorite type of men are mysterious men. So
Sam will appreciate this, even though it's not exactly the same thing as what Danny just said. I'm thinking about Janine Garofalo's character with her dad's skull in the bowling ball.
Yes.
I
But
wanna watch
now,
stream.
but now I'm thinking about the Smash Mouth song.
All right, we've chosen our experiences. Now we're gonna choose.
I'm putting that song on the playlist too.
We're gonna choose domain cards now. Now, these are gonna give you your abilities. You will get access to more abilities as you level up. But you can only ever have 5 domain cards at one time. There are rules for like switching them out, but there are only ever 5 at once, and then you've got what's called a vault, and you can kind of switch them out. But for now, you're only going to get 2. You can pick them from. You can pick level 1 domain cards from either of your domains, but you only get to pick 2 right now.
What do you? I thought we could pick 5.
Right now,
No.
we get 2.
Right now, you get 2. This is why it's
Oh.
helpful.
You can
And
only
down the
ever
road you
have
get
up to 5, but right
I see.
now we get 2.
This is why it's helpful to not jump ahead in character creation and walk along with us. As frustrating as it is
Yeah.
to have to
Like-
sit and wait.
Your car might have 9 cup holders, but that doesn't mean that you're always going to have 9 cups.
a
in your
car with 9
Here-
cup holders?
Here's the
Insane
here's-
to me.
here's the other thing I want to say. You have all chosen classes that, for the most part, don't double up on domains. However, the Bard and the Wizard share the Codex domain. So you'll have to work it out between the 2 of you, so that way you can't shoot. You can't choose the same ability. I don't think that's going to come up, but just in case it does, the 2 of you will just have to chat and be like, oh, okay, I won't take this. I'll take this instead.
Oh, I'm ready. I warmed up by bullying Danny. I'm ready to bully Nick.
What?
Nick,
What did I
pushes
do?
back,
Oh, yeah.
Nick pushes back harder than Danny. Just be ready.
just
Oh.
be aware.
Once I get past Nick, I'm coming for you, Johnny.
Oh no.
What are we talking about here?
I was gonna say, that is definitely
clear.
the progression of you can bully me into anything. You can kind of bully Danny into most things. You can bully Nick into some things, and you can't bully Johnny into anything.
But if Johnny's the last one standing after he just sees the already post-bullied figures of me, Justin, and Nick, he still can't be bullied. Probably, I think. You're right.
I like to joke that I have a fight or fight response.
Fight or fight? Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
That's really good.
Justin, this might be a Foundry issue,
Sure.
but I click on the domain card options. I'm not seeing. It just pulls up a blank window.
It might take a moment to load.
Oh, you're right. It just takes a long time to load. It takes like 35 seconds to load.
I've got one of mine, which is inspirational words, which is about empowering your allies in some way, I'm sure. And then I'm interested, Nick, in if you're pulling from the Codex domain, which one you're thinking of.
I'm just pulling from the Codex domain. I'm taking the Book of Ava and the Book of Typhar.
Oh, great. I'll take the other one.
Okay, deal.
What do
Consider yourself-
all
Why
of those
is it-
things
Yeah,
do?
please read what they actually do.
Okay, so the books, the Codex, all of the books, they come with 3 spells. My 2 are the Book of Ava. I get Power Push, which is a spellcast roll. I'm just going to say it's Power Push, actually. I'm not going to go into it. I got Tava's Armor, and I got Ice Spike. Use your imagination. The next one is the Book of Typhar. I got Wild Flame, Magic Hand, which is Mage Hand, and Mysterious Mist.
This is very cool. I will say I'm the type of GM, especially in these types of games, where like I'm not going to read over every single ability that your class has access to because I have other things I'm worried about.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I didn't really like read any of these Codex domains. That's a very cool way to do spells. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is actually. It's nice.
And what do your cards do, Sam?
Let's see. Inspirational words.
Feels probably pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. Let's see. Your ally can clear a stress, your ally can clear a hit point, or your ally gains a hope.
Nice.
And there's tokens involved with that. And the Book of Iliad, 3 spells: Slumber, Arcane Barrage, which is shooting magical projectiles, magic missile,
Yes.
Telepathy,
Nice.
and which is pretty much what is that, message?
Well, it's actually a permanent, well, not permanent, semi-permanent connection. So you can you can talk. You're like opening up a channel.
That's really cool.
Tis.
My
Oh.
loadout, I'm picking one thing from each of my domains. So my blade domain, I'm taking Get Back Up. When you take severe damage, you can mark a stress to reduce the severity by 1 threshold. I think that puts me in a position where there could be times where I just take no damage from pretty severe hits. And then Bare Bones from Valor domain. When you choose not to equip armor, you have base armor score of 3 plus your strength, and you use the following as your base damage thresholds, and it changes your base. So at tier 1, it's 9. I don't really actually understand this, but tier 1.
Yep. I'll explain
Okay.
thresholds when we get to armor. I have it in my notes to explain what thresholds are.
Cool.
Very cool. Very cool. And before you go, Danny, I will mention for those that buy this book, like these cards are physical cards, which I think is
Very
one
cool.
of my favorite parts of this. Is you
Spells
have an
as well.
actual
Like, the spells are
physical
also
card.
Yeah, the spells and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everything. Yeah, all these things are cards. Your ancestry, your
Yeah.
community, your class, your subclass, everything is just cards. It's very
They've
cool.
also made
actually-
all of this stuff too accessible, so you can like print the cards.
Yeah.
Like all of the stuff is like available, and you can like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wish
Which
they
is
printed
nice.
the entire rulebook in card form, just like thousands of cards with a little bit of text on each of them. But I also chose a card from each of my domains. I chose Untouchable, which just gives me a evasion bonus equal to half my agility, so just +1 for now. And I also chose from the Sage domain Gifted Tracker, which is very cool. When I'm tracking a specific creature or group of creatures based on signs of their passage, I may spend any number of hope, and I may ask that many questions to the GM from the following list.
Nice.
Which is, what direction did they go? How long ago did they pass through? What were they doing in this location? And how many of them were here? I like this move because it's a very PBTA coded move, very Avatar Legends coded move. And I was like, I'm picking that. I saw its format and I was like, I'm picking it. And then I read what it did. I'm like, I'm glad I picked it. So
I'm surprised you didn't take Nature's Tongue just based on the name.
I was close. But then it wasn't as
bristly.
what I thought. It wasn't what I
You
thought it
know,
was.
too many spikes. Wonderful. Is everyone happy with their domain cards?
So happy.
No.
Great. Like I said, you will gain more as you level up. You will only ever be able to have 5 at one time, though. Next is equipment. And for equipment, we start with weapons. You can either, you have an option here. You can either pick one two-handed weapon or one one-handed primary weapon and one secondary weapon. You can find the list on page something. Page 118. There is also some additional weapons from this setting that you can find on page 370.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look at those because
I mean they're pretty cool. It's literally guns. It's guns.
Okay, good. That's what I was thinking.
It's like a revolver and a rifle and a shotgun, a lasso. There's a small revolver. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, sorry. I just had a little bit of a thing after you were saying that. Okay.
And then for anyone, so you have to choose from tier 1, obviously. For everyone except for Johnny, you can also pick from the magic weapons. As long as I believe it meets your spellcasting trait.
Oh,
Sorry, where were those other weapons that you were mentioning?
They're
The
not
guns
in
and stuff?
Foundry.
The dry-
Page
on
317 in the book.
317.
Oh,
And also the picture on page 318 is so fucking dope.
The art in this book
It's
is
incredible.
Oh, good.
so good. It's
So
so
good.
good.
that's
Um,
good.
I don't think the campaign frame specific equipment are in Foundry.
Okay, I can add them if that is what you want.
I want a rifle.
Oh no, they do. Black powder revolver, dude. What are you talking about? Oh, they don't have
no,
the tier 1.
So Black Powder Revolver sounds like it's probably from the.
Yeah, it's not actually a revolver. That's I got it. Yeah.
Sorry. I will have to add them.
I'm gonna stick with my battle axe because it does more damage.
Or. I don't know. Do I want a 1 rifle or 2 revolvers? Guys? What do I want, guys? What the fucky?
I think I was probably going to go with the revolver.
Okay, so we were a rifle.
I'm also going for the revolver. Twice.
Shotgun's also fun. Wait. That's how she killed her brother. She shotgunned and it ricocheted inside of his shell while he was in it.
Oh,
Wait, shotgun sounds really fun.
Are you vacillating between the two?
I am right now. I'm just thinking between the two.
Between the what were you looking? You were looking at rifle.
I'm between shotgun and rifle.
I really like the idea that's, I think, starting to form in my head with all of you choosing guns and me having a battle axe. That my character is going to be. It slots very nicely into the trope that shows up in a handful of modern westerns, where you have a group of gunslingers and like a shogun who's in America for any number of reasons and is
there's
just
always fucking samurai in eventually in a cowboy story. God, I hate it.
yeah.
Because they all wish that they were. Never mind. Moving on.
Can you go over like what magic weapons are and like all magic
They're weapons
weapons
that use
require?
magic.
Yeah, but they require a spell casting trait. So does that mean that? What does that mean?
Your character needs to be able to cast a spell in order to use that weapon.
Of that trait to use that.
Of
I
that trait,
believe.
yeah.
I'm confirming. I was trying to find it. I'm pretty sure you have to have that spellcasting trait in order to use that.
Okay, so my guy has presence as a spell casting trait, so I can only select one of these tier 1 magical weapons. Which
Correct.
Is the
The
scepter.
scepter.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I think. Let me double check. It could just be that that's just the trait it uses, and you don't have to have that spellcasting trait, but that's the trait. So that's also the trait that it uses when you roll. But what I am having trouble determining is if you have to have that spellcasting trait or if you don't.
I do feel like I remember seeing something that lines up with what you're saying, Justin, that it has to line up with the trait that you use.
That's what I thought too, but oh, you know what? No, I know where it is. It's in the character creation. That's where it is.
So
Okay, so here's all it says. And if you have a spellcast trait, you can also wield magic weapons. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it clarifies that it has to be the same one. That being said, your spellcasting trait is probably your highest stat, and the trait in the weapon table is the trait you'll use to attack. So you probably want it to be the same, but it doesn't have to be. Sorry.
Oh,
I was
man,
creating.
look at the-
I was making a revolver. So it sounded like there's a revolver and a small revolver with the wizard. And did we decide on the shotgun?
yeah, so here's my thing.
What's your
So the
thing?
shotgun uses strength. But now I'm looking through the ranger sheet and I'm thinking, no, I'm just gonna pick the rifle. It's too much. It's
The
too much going
rifle?
on.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I could like swap out my domain card with I could swap out untouchable for deft maneuvers and pick the shotgun. But the shotgun using strength kind of kills all of that, kills all my hopes and dreams, so I'm gonna choose rifle.
Okay. Then that's like everyone. Wait, Sam, are you still choosing weapons?
Yeah, I think I might go with the scepter then, and just like skin it as like some sort of like Tesla rod.
That's fun. I'm fine with that for sure. That's very cool.
So Justin, I'll just put the longbow in for now until
No, I'm
rifle's
adding it.
made.
Oh yeah, because you have
Ready?
to add something. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
just add something.
I might switch from battle axe to warhammer.
I do not care.
Hear that? He doesn't care about you, Johnny.
Yeah, I heard.
how's everyone feeling? It feels like this is like a almost halfway-ish point.
What?
We
Really?
did armor, right?
We've not done armor yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
So I was waiting for you to talk about that you did. You said the scepter. Okay. The last thing I'm going to mention before we close on weapons is that at this level, at this tier, your proficiency is a 1. That proficiency determines how many dice you roll when you deal damage. So at this level, you'll deal 1d blank of
Whatever. Yeah.
weapon is. And as that proficiency goes up, you'll roll more dice.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty elegant. I really enjoy it.
More dice equals better. So better game than D&D.
Yes. Armor. You all can choose one armor. It sounds like Johnny might not be choosing an armor, and
That is correct.
okay. There's a few things that I want to mention.
Nude.
It's just a naked giant running through the desert.
Hanging brain.
There's a few things I'm going to mention now in terms of mechanics as we choose your armor. So, first off, your evasion is determined by the class you've chosen. That evasion is essentially your AC in this game. Is if I hit it, then I deal damage to you. Your hit points are also determined by the class you have chosen. Now, here's the thing, though. The amount of damage you deal does not equate to how many hit points you lose. Because if you'll notice, for instance, like our wizard has 6 hit points. If someone is rolling a d8, there's a chance they would one-shot that wizard. This game has something called damage thresholds, which is what your armor is going to affect. So I'm going to take Johnny's naked giant for an instance, because I think your domain card gave you a 919. Is that right? Those are your
Yes.
thresholds? Okay. So let's just say, for instance, I'm rolling 2 6-sided dice plus 4. I rolled 2 1s, classic Justin rolling. So that would be 5 damage. What I would then look at is your thresholds. So does it go over that first threshold? No, it doesn't. So it is a minor wound. And I would mark, I believe, 1 hit point.
Yep. It's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. If it goes over your first threshold but doesn't go over the second threshold, it's a major wound and it's 2 hit points. If it goes over your second threshold, it's 3 hit points. Now, I like this rule, and I think I want to, even though it's an optional rule, I think I'm going to add
Massive?
it. The massive, which is that if ever you're dealt double your severe threshold, you're dealt 4 hit points.
Nice.
So I would have to take 38, get hit 38 for 38.
38 damage to get dealt 4 hit points.
I'd only have to hit 28, and 4 would almost kill me instantly.
And on 4 would almost take you out, for sure.
If I
So
didn't
that-
take Battle Mage, it would. I'd just be even
Yeah.
closer. It still
you'd
wouldn't
be
kill.
dead. Yeah, but basically. Wonderful. What was I going to say? So that's the one thing that your armor affects, is it is going to tell you what those thresholds are. You're also going to add your proficiency to those thresholds. And I think one of you, I remember taking a domain that lets you add your something else to your thresholds as well too. It should auto-calculate that on Foundry.
Yeah, it's not auto-calculating it for me,
Okay.
or at least. Oh no, it is. It is.
Okay,
So
okay.
because of so my thresholds are 11 and 21.
Nice.
Jesus
That's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts.
So you need to get for 42 damage in order to
to take
take
massive damage.
Yeah.
That
Now,
is-
here is the other thing that armor does. Armor, oh, thank you, Sam. It's adding your level, not your proficiency. That makes more sense. Which at this level is the same, but it would change as you go up. For armor, so there's the thresholds. There's also what is the base score. So that is going to give you armor slots. You get an equal amount of armor slots equal to the score of your armor. What armor slots are is when you're dealt damage, you can mark an armor slot to reduce that damage threshold by 1 level. So if I were to deal a major wound to you, you could mark an armor slot to reduce that to a minor wound instead. Or if it's a minor wound, you could mark an armor slot to take no damage at all.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Correct. It is only one, although I believe Johnny took some abilities.
Yeah, Iron
that let
Will,
him
so I could do it twice. I could actually mark stress and do it 3 times. But
do it 3 times. Yeah. So, but for the rest of you, you can only mark one armor slot at a time. So feel free to choose your armor. I'm going to go back to adding rifles and the small revolver into Foundry.
I'm going to take chainmail armor for my clank, which will give me 4 armor slots and a higher threshold, but it will reduce my evasion by 1.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's necessarily that like this character is wearing armor or is just metal.
Oh, he's just heavy. That is fun.
Heavy boy.
Just heavy. I love it's a minor thing in this game, but I love that they're willing to let people like reflavor like not only evasion but armor.
Yeah.
In this game, like they call it the wizard, right? And say like, yeah, maybe you pick this armor, but it's not actually that armor. It's like a magical spell.
Mhm.
I love that. It's fun.
Yeah, instead of having to slot mage armor into your
Exactly.
spell list every
Right,
single
yeah.
day.
Even though I'm sure there is probably some sort of mage armor spell, but it's just not.
Hey man, I got leather armor on. All right, I'm already doing better than most mages. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I picked Gambeson because it adds to my evasion even further. I just like
Nice.
the idea of a super just a turtle that's just randomly like in combat just like zip zip and it's like it just seems fun.
Dare
And
we
also-
say a ninja turtle?
what is that?
It's just a crazy idea that I had.
I have a pretty good one. Wait, Sam, I want to follow up on this a little bit. Is there like let's say there were 4 of them, right? I'm just picking that number
All right, fine.
out of my ass.
Yeah.
Like, is there a naming scheme that you would go with?
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know. I'm feeling Italian, maybe? Like
Okay.
Italian dishes?
Moose.
I don't
This
know.
is cacciatore, and this is
Linguini.
linguine.
We just go straight for noodles.
What if it was Renaissance painters, but they loved pizza?
I don't like that.
Dude,
That
what
sounds
if-
terrible.
Okay.
Why?
Like,
What is the connection there?
Your
Yeah, I
idea
don't
is
understand.
bad, but I want the drugs.
They're
that
still
you're taking.
Italian. It's all Italian.
It's all Italian. Everything's Italian.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, he's got me there.
But their dad is an Asian rat.
You know,
You know what? I'm immediately in on
yeah,
this.
I was about to say, the Italian Renaissance painters I did like, but the minute you add an Asian rat, I'm like, okay, all right.
That's why they're ninjas. They got their ninja from their dad.
Wonderful. Everyone's chosen their armor. It sounds like you will also be getting a assorted adventuring items that are already decided. It's like fucking rope and rations and shit.
Fucking rope. Nice.
For fucking. But you'll get to make 2 more choices. One is between either a health potion, which obviously heals your hit points, or a stamina potion, which is going to heal your stress. And then also, each of your classes has a choice between 2 specific class items. I don't really care whether you choose a health potion or a stamina potion, but I would love to hear what class item you chose.
Chose a totem from my mentor.
Okay, tell me more about that.
It's a totem. I got it from my mentor.
Okay. Does your mentor have a name?
I call him Dad. No,
So a totem from your father.
My father, Dad.
it is his pinky bones.
Jesus Christ, what?
So here we go. Grimdark Johnny.
Aren't you wearing
time.
your brother's shell? Get out of here.
No, it's Danny. Oh, yeah. But I have this image in my head of the reason that this character is a nomad, when the giants aren't nomadic people, is that there was some sort of a battle when he first came of age and was like able to be out in the fight and like training. And he, because of a failure on his part, his dad, who taught him how to fight, came to his rescue, but got killed. And he like was trying to drag his dad off the battlefield.
Damn.
And like as he kept moving and things around them kept moving and he got exhausted, his dad's pinky like ripped off and he just had to run because it wasn't safe to keep trying to pull his dad off the battlefield. And so instead of running back to their home, he just kept running. But didn't let go of the pinky.
It's like Lion King.
Yeah. If Simba kept Mufasa's paw.
Yeah.
Which would have been really weird. Quite uncomfortable.
Wonderful. What about the rest of you?
I'm gonna let Sam go.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna go with the romance novel.
What's the romance novel's name? What do you read?
Oh, I don't know. I will look this up. I know exactly what the book is.
Tusk Love.
No, it's gonna be the book from Saga, the comic. Hold on, I'm coming. I will be right back.
For the record, Tusk Love is a direct reference to a romance novel that exists in Critical Role's actual play universe.
It's very funny. Also, Saga, fantastic
Very
graphic
good.
novel. Highly recommend it.
I'm Saga. Sorry, you said Saga, and I don't know why.
Anyways, so I decided to have a
Have it
book
to
I'm
hold?
trying to translate, a tome.
Oh,
You can't marry a book.
what is the tome about?
I don't know.
Do you even know?
No,
Where did
he's
you find
pretty
it?
sure it's about magic or of
Okay.
some kind, or maybe some sort of science or magic. Maybe those things are interchangeable in this setting. Found it. I think he stole it from some rich magic casting douche nozzle. Just didn't really like the guy. Is generally looking for sources of magic and power. Was like, all right, and then took his book. Kind of thinks
What
it might
is-
be a grimoire, but doesn't know how to access it yet. So
I love it. I love it.
What is science if not just magic with a lot more numbers?
it depends on how you do your magic. If you
I
do it right,
love-
there's a lot of numbers involved.
I love that Isaac Asimov quote. It's my favorite Isaac Asimov quote.
What is science if not magic with numbers?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
He's
that's if you translate it more accurately.
Yeah, that's
how it
Asimov,
is.
right?
Oh, most definitely. All right, I've got my romance novel. If anybody is interested, it's coming straight out of Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, which is an incredible comic book, which got really popular a couple of years ago in trade paperback form. So, but there is a book in there, which is a romance novel, which a lot of like the action, oddly enough, hinges around. It's by D. Oswald Heist, and it's called A Nighttime Smoke.
I love it.
Also, highly recommend Saga. At least like the first half of it. I've fallen off on reading the monthlies, but they only release 6 issues a year, and so it's slowed down.
I can concur. Saga is
Mhm.
fantastic. Okay. Now we're so close. This is the most important part, though, because we got to kind of flush out some of this world, I think. They have background questions and connection
Yes.
questions. The background questions, they specify that you don't need to answer all of them. And you can create your own. And this is, I think, literally for people that don't have the capacity to think about a background and need to have somebody walk through their
Mhm.
background for the character. So I trust you all, and I don't feel like you need to answer any of these questions if you don't need to. There are some community background questions that I did kind of ask already when we did community. Again, those are also things that you don't necessarily need to know. But then there are some additional specific ones, which I am not going to ask all of them, but I am going to ask one or two of each of you, and we'll kind of go around and flush these out. I'm just going to pick someone. Well, some of these you've already kind of answered. So it sounds like everyone except for maybe Danny's character is native to the Drylands. Is that an accurate assumption? No.
I mean, I
No.
just live under the Drylands, right?
That's right.
Is
You
that the
changed
whole
it. I'm
thing?
sorry. I thought you can't. Sorry, you changed it.
No, I
Is
think
that
my
under?
character is from.
So,
I'm assuming the north because it's always the north, but like
Sure.
the tundra, like
hey, let's play around with it. Maybe in the south. The south
Yeah.
is cold. In this
Yeah.
fucking world.
I mean,
Cool.
both sides are cold in ours.
No, the north is not cold in this world. It's even hotter than the Drylands.
Okay.
We're actually in a
Oh.
geostatically locked orbit, so there's actually a point of the planet where it's inhospitable.
Completely.
So,
If it's
100%.
geostatically locked, there's a whole half of the planet that's inhospitable.
That's
Okay.
Maybe that's not how it works in this
Actually,
world.
it would be basically just the equatorial region that is habitable.
yeah, with varying degrees.
Can I just say tide lock planets? I love that. In sci-fi settings. I don't know what
Oh.
it is about tide lock planets.
I don't know, it's just fun.
So much.
It's like magnets. How do they work?
Yeah.
You know?
One side's hot and one side's cold. I can only live in this little strip here.
Anyways,
I love it.
wait, what was I going to ask? I had a question.
Are they native to the Drylands?
Oh, no. Or my character is not. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. Actually, I wanted to ask about that. I think
Sure.
kind of like his family clan moved here some time
Okay.
ago. Moved
Okay.
into this area.
Like some
So he's-
time ago, you grew up here, or some time ago, like
Like generations
You
ago.
moved here with-
or-
I think he was pretty young when he like 12 to maybe early teens, and then is now like a 32-year-old man. So he's been here for like over a decade. He and his clan.
okay.
Danny, what
Um,
class are you playing? Sorry.
Ranger, Wayfinder.
Okay. Page 39 for you, Danny.
That's not true. I'm asking session 0 questions from the Colossal of the Drylands. If I tell
okay.
you the page, don't look at the GM stuff.
I'm looking
There's a lot of
at
GM
Just don't
stuff
tell
on
him.
the
Just
page.
Just don't tell him the
Danny.
page.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell
He'll read it.
Or tell them a wrong page.
because I'm asking these questions. They're not. They're just for us to kind of to talk about. You don't have to like
Okay.
go through all of them. I would love to know then specifically. I think, and I'm going to actually ask this of Clank as well too. Being a Clank, how have they been treated by the locals and incoming prospectors for those that are not from the Drylands?
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I think my character has been treated more or less as a curiosity.
Okay.
I don't know that like giants are necessarily uncommon, but
Mhm.
my character in particular avoids civilization and tries to like stay out on his own.
Mhm.
And like I'm sure that there are still rumors that circulate about a giant arriving wearing like equipped for the tundra and showing up in the desert one day.
Okay.
So I don't think anyone has been like overtly inhospitable or unkind.
Sure.
But he definitely gets stares whenever he has to go into town.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for my character, his clan moved here from a different set of mountains to the south, to mountains more in this region, this warmer region. And they mostly keep to themselves. They're not isolationist by force by any means, but they don't really like reach out or like invite people to stay. So I don't know. People can have multiple opinions about something like that.
I like that. On Foundry, can you see the map of the Drylands?
No, it is pitch black.
Yeah, nope.
No.
Man. Thought I fixed that.
Zoom out. Jeez.
Once the map goes live, get ready for your computers to slow down.
I'm already preparing.
All right. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to figure that out. So there are there's two sort of more southern settlements in the Drylands. One is Wyland's Gulch, which is on the like southwest side, and then another settlement called Cinderline, which is on the southeast side. And there's kind of a train that runs between them as well. But there are some mountains down there, so maybe one of those settlements down, like kind of close to the train. Maybe more on maybe closer to Cinderline, maybe, or what do you think? Cinderline.
It's kind of hard for me to picture.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't know why it's not working.
Well, just hit me with the whole spiel again. Sorry.
So, Wyland's Gulch is to the southwest.
Right.
Cinderline is to the southeast. And there is like a train track that kind of runs between the two of them. Those are about as south as this map gets.
Okay.
Cinderline is named for the unique black sand the town is built upon. It's sprung up around a river with wash bits of materia, though no one has successfully panned for Essentia in the last few years. People are fiercely protective of their water supply, and it's often the last stop for fresh water before a long stretch of desert.
Yeah, the map is on page 363 if you want to reference that.
Yes, but also that sounds right. That sounds good. I was kind of thinking of like the clan was driven off. I think it makes a lot of sense that they were sort of not necessarily native, but had been there for some time in the area, and that when the panning kind of dried out, they didn't really have any prospects but to go deeper into the desert.
Do you have a name for this place?
Anaheim.
May I suggest the colloquial of Anaheim and or somewhat close to Anaheim? Maybe it's called the City of Angels.
Yeah, sure.
LA, but not Anaheim, but
My character's gonna call Anaheim, just so you know.
I like
Where
that too
did you
because
get
then we can put it on like a mountain. You know what I mean?
Please. Yeah, get it on it.
Do you really want it to be called Anaheim?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna change it. We'll change it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think maybe my my character's from a place called Saint Francisco.
Boo.
My
Yeah,
my
Clearly,
my
he's
town doesn't-
referencing the town I grew up in called St. Francis. And I appreciate that reference, Johnny.
my town doesn't have a name, but it's under control by a overlord named Count Orange.
Like
Oh, I think
of the county of Orange.
No, it's nameless,
Oh, so not.
but it's ruled by Count Orange, and he's orange. Oh God, it's Donald Trump. Never mind.
The
Assaulted.
hills of Beverly.
Oh, nice map.
Do you see it now?
Yeah, you did it. All
Perfect.
right, somebody else has to say that Justin's a great GM.
I put Anaheim over here.
Justin, you're a great GM.
Thank you.
Not just because Sam ordered me to say it.
I'm a good GM because I realized I was crushing Nick's dream of having a place called Anaheim. I could see it in his face, and I was like, I'll pull back.
Why is that
Yeah.
bad?
Where else are we
Literally
supposed to
said-
go?
You
Disneyland.
said it.
It just
You
doesn't.
said it not because
It doesn't.
not because Sam
sound-
ordered you, but because it's in the script.
Yeah, it's in the script.
It's in the script. This is all scripted. It just doesn't sound like a Western town name to me, but I literally it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it,
quite
it
literally
literally
is.
is. It
That's
literally
kind
is.
of why I picked it.
It literally.
I mean, I think it's like because he grew up
apologize.
in like Anaheim was such like a. You're like, oh yeah, Anaheim. It's
Do you know there were
that's why.
Sam? I don't know if you have this experience. I used to have this experience all the time. Like usually when I would drive, like out to, I don't know, like, I'm trying to remember the city's name, but like there were moments I'd be like, I forgot that I live in a desert. I live in a desert. This is technically a desert that I live into because it's like so populated now that you have to like drive out of the city and be like, oh yeah, this is inhospitable to life, and we have decided to make it hospitable to life.
Justin, I don't want to like break the illusion that I'm from Southern California or occupy Southern California, but I don't live there.
Good choice.
I thought you and Monroe lived in Southern. Am I crazy? What?
And I don't know the state of your mental, but I can tell you that
Why did I think you and Monroe lived in the same state?
Unclear.
Where did
it's-
that idea come from, Sam? Ah,
So, anyway,
huh. Okay. All right.
I don't think
Okay.
it's that crazy because, like,
it's not. It's not. I
Well,
apologize.
no, I
but-
was gonna say, I'm just saying, Phoenix is way worse because even if you're in the city,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, humans literally are not supposed to be here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
They can't let work crews work during the day because too many people are dying.
People moved to Phoenix for the express purpose of saying, if there is a god, we are going to defy him.
Actually, and also to just use so much electricity for air conditioning. Get off on it. Actually, it's.
I also, Nick, Anaheim. It sounds
Yes.
like maybe a community of scholars.
Yes, they keep to themselves. To the best of their ability, they arm themselves with knowledge, be it
Mhm.
technological advancement or magical advancement. Then they have like a little castle up there
I love it. I love it a lot.
that they share and live in.
City on a mountain of scholars. Danny, is there a notable landmark that you were drawn to?
Yeah, so I think I want to say like a what comes to mind is like a very tall, like tower-esque, not mountain. It's, what do you call these little guys here?
Spires
To,
almost.
Mesas?
Yeah, like a tall
Mesas,
mesa,
yeah.
maybe. Yeah, that and I think and let's just say it's shaped as like a finger jutting out of the earth, and I think it's notable to my character because her and her brother, whenever like when they would, every now and then they would surface, and her brother would take her there to just like look out at the dry lands to see. And
like, where is it on the map?
So, would it be crazy to say it's like near Godfell Mountain?
It's not crazy. I love that a lot.
I like it, and I think I like it because I want to. Its local name that it's been called is like, let's say like the Godfinger. A little reference to Elden Ring.
Is it?
This fingers, in general, I feel like is a reference to Elden Ring. It's talking about fingers. Pinkies, Johnny.
Every time you
reference to Elden
mention
Ring.
fingers, it's a reference.
Yeah, it's a reference to Elden Ring.
Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
I like it.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Coming back.
I'm gonna ask Sam. Does your clank pretty much? Where are they? By the way, where are they from?
I think we can put them in Wyland's Gulch.
Wyland's Gulch. Okay, great.
That makes sense.
Do they travel a lot?
No.
They don't. Okay, then I will ask you this question. Some believe that despite the prophecy, Hudamant will bring prosperity to mortals when he rises. Does your character believe this? And how do they interact with people who do?
I don't think my character has much of a belief one way or another.
Okay.
And I think in general, being a bar robot, they're just going to take whatever belief a person has and just kind of prop that up and validate them.
I love that. That's good. Johnny, describe an outpost your character visited in the past. What did they love about it and what worried them?
I think Defiance.
Okay.
And he loved how hospitable the people were there.
Okay.
But he was worried about kind of the general state of things between what bandits have taken and what little the elements have left them after the bandits have taken what they want. He's worried about the people's survival.
I like it. And then this is a question for myself, but will also help as well too. So, for the GM part of this guide, they suggest, not suggest, but they recommend that when you create the colossi, they're sort of representations of the things that your character is struggling with. So I would love to know, what themes are you most interested in exploring with your characters?
Desperation.
Okay.
Sensuality.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Oh. Can I have another one?
Please.
Okay. Isolationism.
Isolationism. Yeah, you did.
Fear of the unknown, kind of.
The desperation. Is it? What is it? A desperation like from?
To survive,
Okay.
to find a home, to make it through.
Is it centered around like a personal survival or like
No, it's like a group.
longevity, like a group? Okay, perfect. Legacy almost. Then.
Yeah, you could argue that.
Okay.
Or maintaining, I guess, I don't know, tradition, but maybe that's wrong.
I like all of those. Those are all great. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think 2. Forgiveness, in particular, forgiveness of self, and hope.
Okay.
Like finding hope.
Yeah.
I can resonate with that one. I think for my character, maybe purpose in or finding purpose in an upended world.
Yeah, I feel like that's the other side of the coin when I talk about like hope being the thing that my character is searching for.
I love that. And for both of your characters, it sounds like they don't have that and they're trying to find it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that my character, especially being a nomad, when they stop various places, a few times over the last few years, people have asked what he's searching for, because he's like clearly not like a prospector. He's not trying to do any of the stuff people come here for.
Sure.
And so, but he hasn't had an answer. Like it's like for him, it's this ineffable thing.
I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I really resonate with, first of all, the desperation that Nick voiced, and like hope, maybe purpose as well as what Sam voiced. Because maybe like how we put this, like this theme into words, because I think a overarching goal of my character is going to be, like I said, so she comes from a family that works in the Ascension mines, and that's why she's taken to this life, because I think she wants to get her family out of the mines, right? And that plays into why she killed her brother. I'm still forming that whole why in my head as well.
Sure.
And so I think like peace, like the search for peace, and also just dealing with that immense trauma, because I see her not like coping well, because she's now she's like a bounty hunter, and she hasn't really addressed the fact that she shot her brother. So like trauma, I think, is a theme I'd like to explore.
Yeah, I think that butts right up against forgiveness.
It does. It really does.
And I love it.
That's good. I think I can use that. I don't know. I've never made a Colossus before. Colossus as a representation of people's hopes and fears. So,
you've done that?
Fantastic.
I've never. This might surprise you, Nick. Never done that.
Wow. I do that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Did it like just a couple days ago, actually.
That's crazy. You know what? Now that you say that, I remember seeing the news mention something about a giant Colossus in Milwaukee, and I was like, hope Danny and Nick are okay.
No, we're fine. I sicked it on other people.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I think I can use that for sure. They give you the first Colossus and a couple others, but they give you the first one, and I was like, that makes sense. How would you both create characters and then immediately build a Colossus? Each of your classes also has connection questions. I would like to ask those. So you're gonna ask.
That'll
one of
be
the
on
other-
39 for you, Danny.
I'm gonna ask.
Thank you.
Ask one of the other players one of your questions, and let's try and make sure everybody gets asked a question.
Oh, nice. So we haven't done the background questions yet, right?
You don't need to.
Okay.
I again, as I mentioned, for those that buy the book, the background questions are, I think, there to help you get started thinking about your background. I know that all of you are already thinking about your backgrounds,
Yeah.
like pretty
Very,
intensely.
very
but
evident. Yeah.
I don't think you need to ask any of those questions if you don't want to. But I do think the connection questions are interesting. I love connection questions as a GM personally because it kind of already solidifies you all as like having known each other and having been around each other for some time. That I think is important. So we don't do the whole meet in the bar. How do we conceive these people interacting with each other?
Wait, if we're not allowed to meet in a bar, how do we meet Sam's character?
Yeah.
Damn, Sam, you're gonna have to change characters. You can't be a.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
We'll meet in the spin class.
So we're gonna ask
Yeah, you ask. I believe you
a
ask-
question per person.
Correct.
Yeah, there's 3 questions and 3 other players, so it works out.
Okay. Should I just go? Should I just
Yeah,
start
please.
Okay. Sabrog Grer?
However you want to say it. I don't know. I haven't figured it out.
All right.
Sabrog
I like
Grer.
it. Grer.
I think it's Greer.
Greer. What favor have I asked of you that you're not sure you can fulfill? I like that question. Because you get to give me something that I want from you.
Yeah. Well, what kinds of things does your character want?
He pretty plainly wants like power and the ability to defend and protect his people, but to him that very much translates to like military might. And,
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna
physical
say, 'cause
strength.
the thing that my mind immediately went to, but I didn't know if it would fit with what you are envisioning for your character, was like, would your character have asked for me to dispatch of a rival of some sort?
Oh yeah, maybe there's some sort of creature that's generally harassing us up in the mountains, and I was like, "You're big, you can fight it." Justin can figure out details.
But yeah, I wasn't even thinking creature. If that's what you're thinking, like I was thinking like person.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess there is probably. I think his clan kind of left partially because the Aether ran dry and panning wasn't successful anymore, but also because they weren't producing, they were just increasing their debt to the landlord. And that very wealthy man who owned the town before the whole run on God, I cannot remember the stone's name. Essentia, right? Yeah, he's a very rich man. Might be coming for us, and probably is interested in coming for us because we also robbed him as we left.
This is before you settled down in Anaheim.
Oh yeah, we left and then went down.
Okay.
Established Anaheim even because we didn't want anybody to fight us.
I like it. Do you have a name for that tycoon? That Essentia tycoon?
Whoa. Shin.
Okay.
I think you should have the last name. Shin.
Shin is good enough for now. We can
Shin?
come up with
Okay.
something later.
Maybe
Yeah,
that
so-
is his last name.
So maybe the favor is in the form of like killing him or one of his lieutenants or something.
Yeah.
But I haven't done it because I don't know if I can.
I was gonna ask if you've done it.
Maybe he has like a giant under his employ. That is part of the reason why we had to like sneak away in the first place. And so
that's
Orin
fun.
was like, "Hey, you're a giant. You can fight that guy."
That's fun. I like it.
Yeah. And I think you probably, I mean, I don't want to put things in your character's head, but I would assume that people think I haven't done anything yet because I'm scared, but that's not why I haven't done anything yet.
Why haven't you done it then?
I don't like killing.
Ah, okay.
Orin's not too worried about that. You don't need to do the killing. If you can knock him down and I can shoot him in the head, I don't care how it happens. I just want the help. Okay, so I can answer that question.
Oh, we have a connections tab.
Yeah.
I can write down. Cool. Very fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we do?
Under biography.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Nick, well, why don't we do this? You asked Johnny the question, John. Why don't you ask one of your questions?
Okay. Let's see. What lie have you told me about yourself that I absolutely believe?
Who are you asking?
Or Orwin? Throwing it back to Nick.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to ask someone else?
You don't have to. I just wanted to make.
That's the only one I'm sure of right now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure you knew you didn't have to ask it.
Yeah.
What lie have I told you that you absolutely believe?
Lie about yourself.
Lie about myself. He's got a pair of magical revolvers. They are very integral to how he casts spells. He has convinced you that he created them and that he like invented them even, but he did not. And in general, he lies about them.
Does Orwin know who created them?
No. His people found them in the mountains. In like a, some sort of ancient ruin or something. Like, not necessarily in this form, but his people found them in general and then modified them to be more like modern revolvers.
Mm-hmm. I like it. This is complete aside. I really love these connection questions.
Yeah, they're really loud.
I think they do a lot. They do a really good job of subtly helping you to flesh out both yours and the other person's backstory.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, why don't you ask another one of your questions since it was thrown back to you?
Okay. Yeah. Trex. What
Hi.
weird hobby or strange fascination do we both share?
What weird hobby or strange fascination do Trex and Orwin Voss share? Ooh, maybe like Essentia has some strange interaction with like the human body. That's become like
Maybe like unprocessed essentia.
yeah, that's become like kind of taboo, and it's not like.
Hmm.
But maybe Orwin and Trex are both very fascinated by that. Like maybe Trex having had access to a lot of unprocessed essentia, Orwin's become like. I mean, tell me a little bit about Orwin's view on Essentia.
It's just something to use and to learn about, and to, if it gains further understanding and lets him become stronger, or lets him bring something back to his people that makes them stronger, it's good. So I think that works really well.
Yeah.
What is the thing? What does it do to the body?
I like to think, what if it automatizes? Is that a word?
Automatizes?
Atomizes.
Like what
It
if
turns you
if
into a
like-
robot.
Like dead bodies.
So is that how clanks are made? Are clanks dead bodies? Sam, what do you think about this?
I don't know
Playing
that.
the clank here.
Say more, Danny.
No, I think that yeah, like what if like Essentia, if there's like it's become like taboo, but there's like a way that you can use Essentia to like essentially turn dead bodies into like zombies, basically.
Zombies
Not like-
or robots? Or
Well,
perhaps
so not like
maybe it's the same. Maybe
Flesh
it's the same.
golems.
Well, what if successful it turns them into a clank? Unsuccessful it turns them into some sort of undead creature.
Cyborg.
Does that unduly mess with the nature of resurrection and stuff? Because there is resurrection magic.
See, I
There is
don't think
resurrection
I think
magic.
personally I want to draw away from it because like I said, I think I want it to be like, because it's a strange fascination, right? So I don't want it to be like
Yeah.
known, like, oh, that's how clanks are made. I think I want
Okay,
to treat it
so
like
it
kind of like a taboo, like necromancy kind of.
it turns people into zombies. I'm okay with
Mhm.
that. I'm fine with that. I think we can get around it, Johnny, by just saying it's.
Oh no, the turning people into zombies is whatever. I don't care about that.
fine,
The
yeah.
nature, if it
The
turns
clank
people into
thing.
clanks, it fucks with a whole
Mhm.
litany of other things.
Mhm.
Though.
Sure. I mean, there are ways to just be like, it's incredibly difficult and expensive that would make it still work with the resurrection rules. But okay, so it turns people into zombies. All right, Danny, why don't you ask one of your questions?
Mazzy, why do you act differently when we're alone than when others are around?
Because I don't like you.
Man, wait, really?
I love that.
Oh, I
love
think
that.
that there's like Mazzy is just getting some sort of vibe from Trex,
Sure, yeah.
and
That
like
makes
they
sense.
can't really place it. They don't want to be impolite, but they sense something about you that they're uncomfortable with.
I love it.
I like it. And it's
Could
probably
be the
fact
mild
that
fascination
my
with
own-
necromancy.
Yeah.
Or that. The fact I murdered my brother, maybe the mild fascination of necromancy, who knows?
There's a lot of reasons, honestly. There's more
Yeah.
reasons to distrust than to trust.
That's
They
that's
just
why she's so
hate turtles.
fascinated by the whole Essentia and necromancy thing. Maybe she wants to bring her brother back.
Sure. I mean, that's immediately where I went, is trying to find a way to bring her brother back. Mazzy, why don't you ask one of your connection questions?
Sure, I'll go to Greer Saborg. Is it family name first?
That's actually interesting. I like that. Yeah.
All right, cool.
What made you realize we were going to be such good friends?
I think so. The way you described your character, I think it fits with, like, I'm imagining that a big part of giant culture is built around hospitality. And when I came into the town that you were in bartending, like, I think before I realized that maybe it was just a function of your job, I was taken aback by how hospitable you were toward me.
I love that.
Finally.
I love it.
Just a nice connection. Not me asking you to kill someone. Not Johnny and I being really weird. Or Danny and I, sorry.
Yeah.
Sabrok, why don't you ask your second question?
Yeah. So Trex,
Yeah.
how did I save your life the first time we met?
How did you save my life the first time we met?
What kind of monsters they got out there?
Oh, the monsters I got out there. Let's see.
I don't know. My head went to like Trex just talking to some people she shouldn't have. And don't, obviously come up with this yourself, but like, so it doesn't have to be this, but like, I just went to like Sabrok, like standing behind and these people like running away just out of fear.
I was thinking about Trex's, how she like, so first of all, just to get a gauge of the setting, the Colossi, are they pretty rare sightings, or are they like
So
ever present?
one has shown up,
One has shown up so far. Okay.
and that is it.
And it's new.
And it's new.
And it's new.
You've never, no one has ever seen one of these before.
Yeah, and I think it's a thing of like, unless it's just me pulling you out of the way and hiding you, I'm not saving you from a colossus.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's not what I was thinking of at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of maybe some of the people from Trex's past who have like bought Essentia from her family, like saw her up above, in the which town does Sabrog frequent?
He traveled, like, basically he has a circuit around all of them.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, I like this one. So maybe it was around doesn't even matter where it was really.
Yeah.
But I think these people saw Trex like up in the above ground and without her family, and they were like, "Oh, what's she doing up here?" And they saw that's like an opportunity to like bully her, maybe try to get some like extra essential out of her, essentially like jump her. And I like the idea of Sabrog just being there, and then be like, "Oh, never mind. This is a giant. We're going."
I like it. Danny? Trex?
Orwin, what friendly competition do we have?
Sorry, can you remind me Trex's class, Daniel?
A ranger.
And you've got some magic over there?
Not really.
Not really. Well, Voss, wait, so your ranger, what kind of weapon are you slinging around?
A rifle.
Yeah, I do think it's like shooting. It's like who's more accurate.
I like that. So like, what should I put it? Like target shooting.
Yeah, I think at the end of
like,
fights, we're gonna be like, well, I shot this many times and hit.
Yeah,
this
they're
many
like
times.
Legolas Gimli kind of.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's like
I like
Legolas
it, I like
Gimli,
it.
but instead of it being about how many people you kill, it's about like, well, I shot that guy straight through the nostril.
Yeah. Or like the farthest shot, maybe. I like it.
Yeah.
Trick shots.
I'm carrying 2 revolvers. It's more impressive that I shot someone at 800 yards.
I love it. I love it.
I think, Nick, you have one more.
Yes, I do, and it's going to be to Mazzy. Mazzy, what's secret about yourself has you entrusted only to me?
Ooh, Mazzy does have some secrets that I've entrusted only to you. Maybe that my need for Essentia is increasing. I think that's a good one to start with.
That is a good one. Have you heard of other clanks that have had this before, Maz?
No.
Okay, so this is a new thing. I like that a lot. Mazzy, why don't you ask your second
I like
question?
it.
Clanks.
I think I'll go back to Orwin. Why do you grab my hand at night?
Because he loves you.
I mean, we did tease that out earlier, so.
Because he wants to kiss.
Why do I grab your... What? Okay, hit me again with the question.
Sorry, I just made up that question. No, it's actually really here in the book. It is an actual question for the bard.
What is... Can you ask the question again? That's all I'm asking.
Why do you
Why?
grab my hand at night?
I actually love that question so much.
There's so many ways you can take it. It's a really good question.
There's also a clank's hand. Is it metal? Is it cold?
It's not necessarily
He
metal.
thinks-
Could be stone
He
or
thinks
wood.
it's a gun.
I think... Yeah, I think for the Vaz clan, it's pretty rare to not have, or to have like non-Qatari like members, or just people in it. Obviously, there's no like rules, like people can marry whoever they want. But in general, if you grow up in a sort of secluded clan, you're not gonna get a whole lot of diversity. But I think clanks have always been welcomed by the Voss and are welcomed in Anaheim as well. And so I think he has a lot of warm memories of like clanks that he grew up with, and sort of out of a familiarity with them, occasionally like reaches out to Mazzy. Especially, I think what sort of triggers it though is when he's trying to sleep. Occasionally, he's very fitful, and I'm assuming Mazzy doesn't have to sleep, being a robot. I don't know. Maybe that's incorrect, but
I mean, we can decide that right now. Right? That's
What do you
part of
think?
the question.
Sam, you think clanks have to sleep? Oh, you are muted.
I don't think so, but like maybe like power down.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
it can't be that they're just awake the entire time.
No.
Because then the benefits of a long rest mean nothing.
Yeah. Just kind of like
Um,
low power mode, I would think.
Sure, for sure.
know?
Yeah. Then
Uh,
yeah, I think in that state, like Orwin will occasionally like wake up sweating. Well, not sweating, he's covered in fur, but panting, and he will sort of unconsciously or unknowingly reach for Mazzy's hand. And they all might also be unknowing. I don't know how conscious they are in their powered off state, but that's what he does.
That is really sweet.
He's had some things happen to him. Stuff, Lori. Fangs.
Stuff.
Yes, that was a Walking Dead reference.
Sabrok, why don't you ask your last question?
Yeah. So Trex, or not Trex, sorry, Mazzy. What small gift did you give me that you notice I always carry with me?
So cute.
Tell me a little bit more about you're a nomad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe a compass.
Okay, yeah.
I think that I think maybe it's something that Mazzy has come across, but hasn't necessarily had a reason to use, or not even really understanding like what the purpose is. But in conversation with you, like felt that it was appropriate for somebody who travels.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think you notice anytime you see Sabrok that there is a like a leather strap that he keeps the compass on, and you've noticed that like right next to the compass, tied to the strap, are 3 small relative to a giant's hand finger bones.
The bonesmith's father. I have a question. I imagine a nomad would have either already had a compass or...
Oh, he travels by stars. He doesn't use the compass.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Is there something like... Is it just a regular compass, Sam? Is there something that like marks it as special?
I would say that it's like ornate and old, and not something that a clank of Mazzy's stature should have in the first place.
Okay, so you either bought it or stole it, or...
Yes.
Maybe it was a gift to Mazzy from somebody important.
Or yeah,
before.
or a gift, or yeah. How did you get this compass, I guess is what I'm asking.
Illicitly.
Okay. A stolen compass. Was it someone rich that you stole it from? Was it who did you steal it from?
You want the whole story?
Just give me a name. It's fine.
Ooh, I'll give you a name.
TikTok compass influencer.
How about Fiona?
Fiona. All right. We can work out later who Fiona is. Mazzy, why don't you ask your last question?
That would be to Trex.
Hi.
What do I do that annoys you?
You just fucking don't answer. You don't acknowledge me most of the time. I think like there's sometimes where I'm like, am I even here? And I think it has to do with the fact like you get weird vibes from me, you're just foot by me. I think you sort of handle that in a sense of just like, I'm just gonna like.
Is this
pretend like
because
they're
I
not
haven't
there
been returning your texts, Danny?
Yeah, I think you return my texts. I think sometimes I don't return your texts.
Oh, now how does it feel?
That tracks.
No.
I was about to say, I was like, wait, Sam, he returns your text? He doesn't text me back.
Oh no.
To set the record straight, Danny texts me back pretty quickly every time I text him.
I think it's
Sorry
because
if
Johnny
that-
texts me rarely. The more
So I just
rarely
need
you
to
text
not
me,
text you at all.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Wait, John, Nick, you're muted. Nick, you're muted.
But I enjoy talking to you, and I like letting you know when I see something, and I think.
So
about
my thing is the more when people, if they text me a lot, I'm like, if I respond, I might get sprung into a conversation, and I don't like long form text conversations.
Then just say that. Just be
Here's
like.
the
I
other
don't-
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. I don't text Danny very often, and he still doesn't reply to me. So clearly,
Wait.
he just hates me.
Wait, no, wait.
Yeah. I guess to Danny's point, I guess I just text him the way he likes to be texted, because he will send like
I guess
4 or
so.
5 texts back and forth, and then it's just like, okay, cool, we're done here. Talk to you again soon.
Soon being 8 months.
I didn't expect to be so exposed.
I'm sorry for exposing.
It's okay though.
I'm not.
Yeah, but that's what what was the question even? Why is
Oh,
Nazi so
what-
totally mean?
What does it do that? What do I do that annoys you?
Yeah, I think that's it. Like, I think, yeah.
Do you think it's just that it's like the treating you differently than, like subtly treating you differently
I
than
think
the
so.
other
I
two?
think so. Overall,
Okay.
yeah. Like, I imagine like there are points where we're like maybe putting together a plan, everyone puts their input, and Mazzy's like, yeah, and then Trex says something, and then Mazzy just goes silent. Like that's like the scenario that I'm like thinking of.
Oh God, so like tangible as well. Like that's just everybody's like socially awkward fear.
I am gonna
Mhm.
find so many ways to force the two of you to be together, just the two of you.
Mhm. And also,
it's gonna
I'm
be
asking
so
Sam.
funny.
Sam, I want you to like really try to portray that. All right, in the fiction once we start playing next month.
Are you okay
That'd
with
be
this,
really
Sam?
fun.
With yeah, I think I'm down to like again like building off like the weird vibes that I get from Trex to sort of
Yeah.
Mhm.
be a little bit colder
Yeah.
to her.
And then by the end of these 5 or 6 sessions, Trex and Mazzy will be kissing.
I hope that Mazzy will kiss each and every one of you.
I have already stated too that I kind of would love to see this be longer than we've done with the Forge, just because I would love, like, there's a definitive end to this campaign. It's always when you defeat the last Colossus.
Yeah, let's play
So-
it out. I also think like who knows what's actually going to happen, but we've done so many Forge campaigns where our last session is right before we would have leveled up.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm down to see these Colossus to the end.
Cool. Does anybody else have any more questions?
Danny
I
has
have one
Is that all?
more.
Okay.
And it's for you,
Oh,
Sabrog. Sabrog. What threat have you asked me to watch for, and why are you so worried about it?
hmm.
Mazzy.
No, not worried about Mazzy. I think I've asked you to watch for. I don't know how open Orwin has been about their past with everyone in the group, but I think that Sabrog has like asked for you to like watch out for the people that Orwin has asked Sabrog to go after. Not in like a
Or-
help me go after them sort of a way, but like in like a these are clearly unsavory, dangerous people. Like keep your eye out for them.
Hmm.
What are
That
those
is
people again?
interesting. Does it sounds like maybe Orwin does not know that Trex knows.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
it's
mean,
accurate.
Sabrog would not have told Trex that Orwin asked him to go after these
Well, the
people.
connection to
Sure,
Orwin,
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just like a hey, these people might show up. If they do, let me know.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Real quick,
perfect.
just a reminder: who are these people? If there's like a name to this group.
Let's come up with a name.
The Volturi.
We have the name of the person, Shin.
The Volturi.
The what?
Um,
I said the
Shin's-
Volturi. It was my Twilight reference for the day.
Shin.
How about the Dodgers?
Shinra.
No, Shinko.
Shinramen.
Shinra.
Ramin.
Shinra men.
Does he like travel with a
Shinra.
posse? Is it
Shin
should we call
Ramen.
it Shin's posse?
Shin's ramen.
Shin's ramen.
Oh,
that's just-
so funny.
Rawest.
Okay. So is he like so he's coming after Orwin? Is he like traveling with like a posse? Should we call it Shin's posse? Just like to the Western theme, or like what are you thinking here?
No, they're like a company.
Ah, okay.
That's why I said Shinko. It's
Shinkoers.
Shin Corp.
Shin and a company. Shinko. Shinko ramen. I love it.
Shinko jeans.
Okay. All right. I think I've got some good notes.
7 minutes of actual play.
Yeah, I know. I know. We're just gonna- I was hopeful, honestly. I was hopeful. I had written something, not scripted, but like had a couple notes for what to do. So I was like, maybe we'll have like an hour.
Yeah.
We did not. We did not have. An hour.
My opinion is there's like a threshold where I'm like, I think we're like better off just giving it the month to like think about our characters
Oh,
more.
for sure,
and
for
then,
sure,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. I'm with you for sure. Because like I think I've said this on the podcast too. Like, I'm also one of those people that like, even when I play a character, it takes me like an episode or two before I like
Mm-hmm.
get that character. That like these times when we like create a character and then immediately jump into playing.
Yeah.
They're hard sometimes because it's like I'm still
Yeah.
conceptualizing of who this person is. I
Because
don't know how
didn't
to
we-
role
when we
play
did,
as them?
Because when we
Mhm.
did the what was the name of the game we played? The city demon. What was the name of that game?
Urban Shadows.
Urban Shadows. When we played Urban Shadows, and then we played immediately after session 0, but then we kind of retcon that entire gameplay for the actual session 1.
You got like cut out, right? And we had to like redo it or something.
I don't remember.
Like it didn't record properly or
It was
something.
I think it was like some combination of those two things. But it had
Yeah.
also been like 8 months between our
Oh yes,
like,
I do remember that.
session
Yeah.
0 and
Oh, yeah. I forgot
That
about
was
that.
when.
because
Yeah,
we did it as
yeah,
like a play test because Justin was going to run it at Gen Con.
and I had never
then we
run Urban
decided-
Shadows before.
Yeah. And then we
Decided
decided to do it for the Forge
Mhm.
later.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. And we kind of switched things up quite a bit. Johnny. You had a I'm curious your thoughts because of what I said.
Oh no, I think I was gonna say I think I'm the opposite, but opposite's
Yeah.
not really. I think it's just like if we were to start playing right now versus needing to wait a month, it
Yeah.
makes almost zero difference to me.
For you,
Like
yeah.
I think
feel
as
like
I'm building the character, I'm like everything's
you're-
already
you're in it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm with you. I can definitely pick that up from you. Yeah, I'm not. In fact, like So like we just had this last episode of Avatar Legends. I'd been playing this character for God, like 4 or 5 episodes at that point, and that was the first episode. I was like, I get who this character is now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just one of those people. Like I've never been someone to write like a 10-page backstory. I'm someone that's like, I'm gonna discover their story as I start playing. But
Yeah.
teach their own.
Yeah.
I think for me, some of it too comes from like being a writer, and I spend a lot of time writing stories, and so it's like I think it's easier for me to extrapolate some of those things out faster in my head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes me a little bit. I'm not like a very quick-witted person. It takes me a little bit to like sit with something and think.
I think for me, and especially with the Forge specifically, is I typically come to the Forge session zeros with like very little prepared in terms of like character concept creation, and then it's like during that's when I flesh it out. And so I like to use the month time frame to write that 10-page backstory.
Sure. Yeah. That makes sense too. There's no last choices. There's just a few things I'll note. Your stress, all of your stress is going to be 6. Everyone starts with 6 stress. Everyone starts with 2 hope. And we've already talked about proficiency, which is a 1 right now.
You mean we start with a capacity for 6 stress, or we literally have 6 stress marked?
No, sorry. Your capacity, your maximum that you can mark is 6 stress. Yeah, you start with 6 stress.
I was like, oh my God. Yeah, you're really having a rough time at the jump.
Right.
It's pretty unforgiving.
Yeah, very unforgiving. I think it is the exact opposite. I think it's very much geared towards players. The more I read it, I was even just thinking about, so like you guys roll 2 12-sided dice, the GM rolls a d20. So even from the start, like the math is already weighted towards yours.
Yeah. Maybe I'll feel differently once we're actually playing, but the more I'm learning about the system, the more I wish it had been out when we were picking something for Tales of Izura.
I'm with you. I'm not gonna lie. Again, we haven't played, so I'm really, really interested to see how it plays. I really like what I read, like a lot.
I've been liking it too.
I think they address a lot of like the problems that I have with D&D, and still keep some of the more like crunchier aspects, which I think is fun, but like making it narrative and fiction focused, which I appreciate. I'm really excited. What do you guys think after having gone through character creation?
Juicy.
Anything like standing out to you is like, oh, this is interesting.
I think it's a really fun combination of building a character in something like D&D, where you're very specifically saying like, I'm going to have these items and these abilities, but also somehow partly like creating a character in, like powered by the Apocalypse game.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot where you're also establishing like what's going on with your character and these more generic stats that are a little bit more narrative focused rather than just like physical, not narrative focus. I don't know, like more representations of something than they are like
hard ability
for ones. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And I like that in between. It's really refreshing. Like it's not nearly as crunchy as something like Pathfinder, which is one of my favorite tabletop RPGs, but it doesn't really need to be. It's really doing its own thing. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays.
I mean, I think again we haven't started playing yet, but I really like how I feel like I decided to just do an experiment with my character, and I did try to kind of like min-max, and I feel like my character is like min-maxed in a really specific direction toward like being able to tank in a really specific way. But unlike with D&D, I don't think that like the stat line is going to make other things necessarily suffer just because I min-maxed in a specific direction.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing too, because the way they've set up the classes is they kind of encourage you to min-max.
Yeah.
In the same way that like a Powered by the Apocalypse class is like, these are the things that you care about.
Mhm.
And if you try to go outside of that, you're not going to do as well. So focus on these things instead.
Pick this stuff.
Yeah,
you can pick
exactly.
other stuff, but you
Yeah.
should pick this stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like I'm with my class and subclass, it's like designed to like tank, to get in front of my
Mhm.
my party members and like take all of the hits if I can.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, like, well, why wouldn't I then like make sure I can take as many hits as I can?
Yeah.
With as little damage as possible.
Oh, just sorry. This is the question I just had. This doesn't need to be answered on the air. But your ability give you armor slots too?
My
Your naked ability.
yeah, it's a base 3 plus my strength. So my armor, I have 5 armor slots.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know
cool.
your ability to be naked.
Which gives me 1 more than I would have had if I'd taken chain armor.
Nice.
I think what I'm looking forward to in this game is using the experiences, because those are
Mhm.
wholly crafted by the players, and like it reminds me a lot of the like your main ability in Sodalitas, where you could just make up anything, and then see how it can be applicable to give you an advantage.
What was that game we played where I had my abilities be shooting, looting, and scooting?
It was you wake up
awaken
in a strange
place.
Yeah, you awaken in a strange
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, okay. Wait, was
And
that
we
what
all
Sam
Yeah.
had mentioned?
no.
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sodalitas.
Cool. Yeah.
Man,
the
Nick wasn't there for
experience-
Sodalitas, right?
Nick was not there. So
Yeah, you gotta listen to that episode. That was really fun. There's some moments where like Nick would really appreciate that.
Yeah.
it was goofy. You'd love it. I'm really excited to play this game. I'm sure we'll talk more about like the actual mechanics of the game, but it revolves around a lot of these tokens of hope and fear. So the players gain hope, and I, as the GM, have fear. I know it's 10:30.
Kind of like Doom and
Yes, yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things that I love is, so I get to, if you ever miss, or if you sorry, not if you miss. So with my fear tokens, like I can spend those fear tokens to do things, and my favorite one is interrupt the players to make a GM move, which I think is such an elegant way to do this, because this has happened sometimes when we played Avatar, which is you guys just keep getting strong hit after strong hit after strong hit after strong hit. And yes, I know as a PBTA, like anytime there's a golden opportunity, I can make a GM move for sure. I get that. But sometimes it's so hard when you guys are just like over succeeding.
Yeah.
Where, how do I cut in? And I love that there's a mechanic, an actual mechanic in this game for me to be like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Stop what you're doing. My turn now.
love that. I actually love that so much.
Yeah, right? I read that and I was like, that it's you can do that in Avatar, but I like that it's codified in this game.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
that
say
there's
like
There's a
Doing it in
easy way
Avatar, I feel
to
like
do it.
Yeah, I feel like I would just feel like an asshole just doing
Well,
it
yes,
in Avatar.
exactly.
You know?
Danny has mentioned it before, and I talked about it when I ran Root. Like, it can be hard to know or to feel like you have the right to do, like Danny was saying, like you
Yeah.
feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
Yes.
But to have like a currency that you're like, I can spend this, and this is my excuse to do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck I want, is
Yeah.
probably a good thing.
Yeah. And I can't like stop you. Like if Danny's saying something, I can't be like, shut up, Danny. I'm playing now. I have to
Well, you
wait
could.
till
It'd just be really
I
mean.
have to wait till Danny's done. It just means I could do that. You're right. I could do that.
Shut your stupid face. I just spent a fear.
Are you gonna do anything? I'm not gonna do anything. I just wanted to shut you up. Stop talking.
No, that's so mean.
It's funny. Anyway, I'm really excited for this, and I'm really excited to see how you guys take down these colossus.
I might have to play Shadow Colossus again to
It's gonna be crazy.
I
Just
love
to play
that
it.
game.
It's so good. It is up there, like in like my favorite games ever of all time, ever in my life, ever in the
Such
world.
a good game.
Such a
I
good
have
game.
a game that is like a sort of like Shadow of the Colossus that's available on Steam, but it does not compare to Shadow
No,
of the
yeah.
Colossus.
Can you
And I
only
wish-
play it on PlayStation?
Yeah. And when they're like porting so many games over to Steam, I want them to port that so I can.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All
But
right,
also-
friends. We'll see you next month for
Yeah.
some rootin', tootin', scootin', shootin',
Looting and booting.
lootin' and bootin'. Good times. Bye. Clang
See ya.
clang.
Clang clang.
Clang clang.
Deuces.